Person doing last time, this time, Kenneth. Go.
And there is a summary pinned.
There is, yes.
Cool. From December 11th, a
It's
year
because
ago.
it's because when you make the message does not update when you edit it. It updates only. The date is only based on when you first made the message, like a month ago,
Gotcha.
or 3 months,
Yeah,
3 or 4 months ago.
12
whatever.
10 24 is the date for its most recent pin.
Now, imagine if
So we
he'd actually made that pin back when we first started. Then it'd be like 3 years ago. Anyway,
so we went deeper into the Feywild and got an update through the Tome of Communion from Locke. Uh, and apparently Dahlia is striving to get some manner of godhood. And most of the Feywild's afraid or serving her. We were approached by a unicorn who had some other person with them, I seem to recall. And then following the unicorn to a small town, we found a band of Yuan-Ti with a Gorgon, which was totally some kind of beast and not what I think a Gorgon would be.
yes, because it's named wrong.
Yep. And we ambushed it, and the petrified inhabitants of the town were freed. And they were working for Dahlia, because of course they were, and that is a word. Wazaboros. Wazaboros. Particular clan of snake men, the Wazaboros. Attacked the town to steal their portions of antidote to ensure that their Gorgon could wreak havoc. And the potion was returned to the people. And we still need to try and meet up with Locke, hopefully.
Yes.
And hooray.
And there was totally a person with the unicorn. I don't remember their significance, but there was totally a person with the unicorn.
Not.
I don't think there was.
When you initially found her, no. But the person who was really close to the unicorn, which was a young Eldoran girl, was also the one that gave Cad the totally not cursed flower.
Yes. That's what I recall. I didn't remember what it was, but yeah, she gave me something that was making her sus. I couldn't remember what it was, but yes.
Mm-hmm. You have
totally not cursed red poppy flower.
Yes.
Yes.
It's fine. It was an adorable girl. Why would she give you something bad? It's fine.
Yay, adorable girl. Wait.
Anywho, so yes.
At least it wasn't a spider lily.
Yeah, that would be way too obvious, you know. Red poppies, fine. You get red poppies from iron golems in Minecraft. It's fine. So you guys had continued on from saving the small village with the unicorn and other Eldoran people, and you had eventually made your way to much closer to the bridge. And we had ended last time with basically a confirmation to figure out what was going on with Locke, because he was going to make it to this bridge village before you guys, because he was closer. And as such, that means we're going to skip over to what Locke did last time. When last we left Locke, he had dealt with scared away the hag, learned a little bit about the whole Dahlia situation, and had met Lilac, the lovely pink dinosaur that is a companion for Robiny. And now having summoned Lilac, and finding that it just makes for quicker and easier travel, considering that all sorts of craziness is going on around you up here. As long as there's rest involved for at least some of the trip each day, Robiny summons Lilac to make the travel faster. Because if she rides Lilac and puts you on behind her, then Pika can just keep up with Lilac's run because Pika's fast. So
Makes sense.
It just makes the trek faster and easier. Has Locke ever been up into this kind of area back in like the normal Gradiriel late. I can't remember.
Feel like I don't think we've ever been necessarily here in base Gradiriel, but like this sort of general area where this river fades out into this delta. I know we've been in this area because I'm pretty sure we got Hallis somewhere around here.
Yeah, probably.
Way back in the before times.
Way back many years ago.
Jesus Christ, this game's been going for years.
I mean, it has. That's kind of what happens whenever you play it only twice a month, and sometimes less.
Valid and fair.
But anyway, so I imagine Locke kind of knows of this general area. He's just maybe never been to this specific spot.
I'd say that probably is about right, yeah.
But given that the Feywild version of this is a whole lot less snowy and way more colorful.
My knowledge amounts precisely to Dick.
Yeah. But as you sort of come upon it, you will actually realize that in and around this area in the land of the Feywild is actually what amounts to farmland, almost, surprisingly enough. Granted, you would imagine that the Feywild farm animals are probably not going to be the same as normal animals.
Certainly not.
But also you have the concept of, for example, someone like Bjorn could use fine steed to get like a stag, because his steed is a stag, but his stag is sort of fey or celestial in nature. So while the animals may be more fantastical to some degree, there still is a chance that they're going to, on the surface, look mostly normal. That's also just me making makes sense why this farming town bridge area for the map that I got, because I actually like it, and it turned out to be farmland as well as bridge. And I like that idea anyway. So I am going to make sure that this is and all you peoples are, yeah, okay. Making sure the correct tokens are seen, because there's going to be a potential for a lot of tokens on this map eventually.
Oh, goody.
And boop. And as you sort of come upon this area, you will see that the vast majority of the folk that seem to be like manning and like running this town and area seem to be either satyrs or Eldoran, or the I think it's Eldorain is what it's referred to as, the Feywild elves, which is technically what the elves were that the main group encountered prior, the ones that were stoned.
There's an unfortunate way to say that, but go on.
Yes, you know what I meant. But yeah, so you will find that the vast majority of the people here are either satyrs or the Feywild equivalent to High Elf, basically. Which also is often sort of elementally or like season themed. Seeing people with like very flowy hair that almost seems to move on its own as they move around. Think like Celestia's mane. And stuff like that. So it's somewhere between elf and like genasi.
All right. Well, As we approach, before we're close enough for people to really clock my appearance, Locke is going to use one of my Eldritch invocations.
Mask of Many Faces?
Yes.
All right.
To, what do I want to look like? I want to make sure I look different enough that no one's, that it'll be hard to sort of clock. I'm going to make myself look like a tabaxi.
No. All right.
Make myself a black fur tabaxi with olive green eyes.
Neat. Okay. So, and Pika sort of blinks and shakes his head and is like, oh, right. That makes sense. Probably a good idea.
Yeah, I figured it might be a good idea to do this, and I just need to settle on a voice. Should I just start rolling my R's?
I mean, I think it sounds cool, says Robiny.
All right. I suppose for now that's all I'll do. Just start rolling my R's.
All right.
And pray that will be enough.
All right. So,
And let's see, your disguise self lasts how long again?
I think an hour.
Yeah.
And
So I do need to keep re-upping that, but I have a bit of wiggle room.
Since
I don't have to worry about spell slots with that one.
Yeah, and funny enough, it's not concentration either.
Yeah, so I can just do it.
So that's actually really cool. I mean, it makes sense. It's what Cad was doing with the entertainment hat for a long time.
Making himself just look like a tall person.
Yeah. All right. So, you having done that, Pika's like, okay, so what I would recommend is, you probably had told them that this was the kind of area that you were intending to meet your friends.
Mostly because this is as far as these two can take me before they have to go back to Papa Dearest, right?
Yeah. It's just Pika's kind of got right, and while that is true, Pika's also gotten a little bit, while he can't go any further than this, or he'll be disobeying his dad. He could theoretically stick around in case your friends showed up, if needed, if you wish for him to do so, and that's partially because he's kind of grown attached to you, and he knows that Robiny has.
Nice.
So he's like, okay, so we can stick around here for at least a little while. Hopefully your friends show up in some sort of timely manner so that we can get back to Dad and make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
I think we need to seek out Radiarc. He's the village elder here, or well, not really elder. He doesn't look old because the elder end don't usually look old. But
Spell that, please.
The name or the race?
The name of the guy.
I
know how to spell Eladrin.
Yeah. Radiarc. That's actually a really cool name. I found it recently and I liked it.
What is this village called?
They kind of like to change the name with every season, but right now they're kind of referring to it as Summer's Rest. At least I think that's what it was the last time I was here.
Right, okay.
Granted, I'm sure the seasons in the material plane are a lot different than here, but still.
I don't even think there is a town of note in the material plane corresponding to this place.
Yeah.
If there is one, it's not large enough to bother marking on a map.
Yeah, this is very true. Though Locke wouldn't necessarily know the specifics, but all that really amounts to this location in the material plane is an outpost.
Mm.
It's just like an outpost bridge to span the cold environment of the north, but that's it.
Mm.
Or, well, colder environment of the north.
Right.
But anyway, so I think we need to seek out Rirewarn, and make sure that he can sort of give us a place to rest for a little bit.
All right.
Uh,
You're the locals. I'm following your lead.
yeah, it's probably best for us to do the talking, but keep an eye out just in case anything weird's going on, because, like I said before, Dahlia's got her hands in everything, so
Will do.
I'm not entirely sure if Rirewarn himself is safe, but
Well then, I need a different name then. While we're here,
Robiny just pipes up with kitty cat. Wait, no.
that is a descriptor, not a name. Also, it's very demeaning.
Yeah, I know. She literally just said the first thing to pop into her head.
See, I'm trying to think of a name that works for a cat that isn't just an Elder Scrolls reference.
I mean, now the thing is, Locke does have a tabaxi that he kind of has a long distance crush on, never bothering to tell her, and her name was River.
To be fair, it was obvious.
Yeah, her name was
Yeah,
Riverdance. He could base his name off of that in some capacity.
Could. One moment. I have a thing I can do.
Generate names.
Yeah. Tabaxi names are interesting according to this website.
Yeah, I saw that too whenever I was looking into them before. They can be kind of all over the place.
We'll go with Key.
Type that so that I know how you're spelling it. Oh. Literally like the object.
Yeah.
Ha! Funny. His normal name is Locke, and then his tabaxi name is Key.
Why not? It's like, I can't think of anything else. Keep it on brand. If people wind up telling my friends about, well, we had a tabaxi here named Key, people might be like, that sounds important.
Yep. Alrighty then. So, with the new name of Key and the appearance of a tabaxi, you said black furred and with like emerald green eyes.
Sort of olive green. Like
Olive green.
olive, kind of almost a yellowy hue, sort of halfway between.
Yeah. And with that, they're going to lead you. Once they get to this area proper, Lilac is going to unfortunately vanish for now, as I make both of them leave when I just wanted Lilac to leave. They're going to sort of just slowly lead you across this bridge, trying to keep an eye out around.
As we are going, I will quietly activate what is it? Detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
And just keep my eyes on my surroundings.
Yep. So an interesting thing of note, whenever you make use of detect magic to do that, actually, roll for me an Arcana check.
Good at this, supposedly.
Supposedly.
No, 8.
Wow. That's not a nat 1. Almost, though. Good grief. So, you activate detect magic, you take a look around, and you notice that at least the people that are out and about, like tilling the fields and all that, there is a at least over the people that you can see, you see that there's a good strong bit of adjuration magic that's sort of just on a lot of the people that you're seeing.
So they're protecting themselves from something. Duly noted.
And they just sort of look up and sort of see the Dryad kids leading you along, and they seem to be clocking you and watching you, but not really doing anything of real note per se. They're just watching.
All right.
And eventually, the kids will sort of lead you around this area here. And up to this particular little house. And Pika will walk up to the door and just give it a soft knock. Yeah, like that. And after a bit, do for me a perception check, if you would.
Okay. 20, not natural.
Nice.
But almost.
Almost. One was almost a natural 1, and the other was almost a natural 20.
Right. I should give some idea of where this session's gonna go. Really high highs and really low lows.
Because that's how that works. So you're going to hear as you're hearing someone sort of walk and step towards the doorway, and with that 20 perception, 20 not natural perception, you also hear as if there's something sort of sliding, scraping across the ground.
Huh.
And then after a bit, you will be greeted with this fellow. Boop.
He is very bright.
He is. He has bright, fiery hair and fiery eyes. And he will sort of just look between the three, and then, can I help you? And then Pika will go into that you're just sort of passing through and you need a place to rest for the night. Or at least a place to rest away from all the craziness going on around them outside. And then he turns to you, seeing that you are the one that looks more like not from this area. Because he expects to see dryads and satyrs and things, but not necessarily a tabaxi. And he will offer out his hand to you for a shake, and it's like, to what do I owe the pleasure? Or to who do I owe the pleasure, rather?
We'll tentatively shake and say, key.
So he will shake your hand and then give a nod, and then, well, you may rest here briefly. We were kind of maintaining the town a little bit slowly. A lot of folks wandered off here recently, so we have a few problems to maintain, but you should at least be safe here.
I will do my best to stay out of your way.
And then he will give you
a sort of respectful bow of my head. Thank you for your hospitality.
The idea of Locke himself doing this voice impression.
Really, all he's doing is just rolling his R's a bit.
Yeah. Alright. So he will welcome you inside, sort of step to the side, and the abode here is not necessarily some sort of 5-star hotel or whatever, but it's passable. It's got a bit of a loft thing going on, so it's very similar to like Locke's abode at his mother's library because he sleeps in a loft there. And you have a chance to sort of take a bit and rest.
Okay. I'm gonna passively sort of cast my eyes about and as I'm walking in and see if I can spot anything that might be a red flag for me.
Okay. Roll perception.
12.
It's interesting. It seems like this place has you're seeing like stores of food and as if there's a bit of clutter going on, as if the people here that like the place needs to be cleaned or needs to be more organized. Things are a little bit disheveled. And it gives you the vibe of someone who either doesn't care to really clean or someone that doesn't know how. One of the two. It could potentially count as a red flag, if only because the fellow that you saw seems to be more put together than what his environment matches. That's a little off, but depends on what kind of red flag you're looking for, if there are any around.
The main thing I was looking for was any hints that this guy might work for Dahlia that I should note based on past experience. Would I know like any of like her tells or signs, memorabilia, symbols, anything like that?
If you wanted to try to find something like that, that's going to be more investigation than perception, and be a little bit more.
Hang on a second.
Evasive.
What? Oh shit! God damn it! I gotta bear it back. Hold on.
No worries.
Sorry about that. Turns out I completely forgot to give Grandma her meds, even though 19 minutes ago my computer yelled at me to do so. All right. What were you saying?
Has she now had her meds?
Yes, I have delivered her pill to her. No.
Okay, good.
You were saying?
That to try to actually, you don't. Basically, what I was saying is, with a perception of 12, you don't really notice anything that's immediately apparent. And if you wanted to try to delve deeper to see if there was something a little bit more hidden, that's going to be a little bit more of an active investigation to see if you can find anything.
Well, I don't want to draw attention to myself right now, so...
Yeah. I figured not. That's why I brought it up that way. But then you will see that Pika and Ravani get a chance to rest a little bit closer to you, just to sort of make sure, and Pika's keeping an eye out as well.
As we're short resting, I assume I'll awaken a mind to them both, just in sequence. I would appreciate it if you two could hang around at least for a little while. Keep an eye on things. In the event that any of Dahlia's followers get the jump on me, someone has to tell my friends.
Yeah, of course.
And I will quietly, and I will actually pass the Tome of Communion to Robiny.
Oh, okay.
And I will say to her, don't look in there, please. That is like private family discussions in there. But in the event something happens to me, you have my permission to write a message into it at the most recent pages explaining to everyone what. If things go by without incident, then I do expect that back.
Okay. And she, like, she holds it very gingerly, like she has just been given this treasured thing.
Like, I'm trying to take as many precautions here as I possibly can.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. And I imagine then that based on that, you're going to sort of rest or sleep in some degree of shifts.
I guess to an extent, if they're sticking around. I absolutely want to make sure, because I have to, like, every hour, I have to re-up Disguise Self to maintain my Tabaxi look. So I want to make sure that wherever I sleep, I do so in such a way that my appearance cannot easily be seen unless someone gets really physically close.
Right.
And regrettably, I don't think I know the alarm spell.
Probably not.
What I think I'll do is that when sleeping with the blanket, because I imagine I have a blanket I can use to sleep,
Yeah.
I'll just pull that completely over my head to hide my head.
Yeah.
Just be completely covered in the blanket, and if anyone asks, I have the excuse, it never gets dark here. I prefer the dark when I'm sleeping.
I mean, yeah.
And I am playing the persona of a cat of few words. He doesn't talk much, and when he does, it is to the point.
Makes sense to me. It's also worth noting that you notice that not a whole lot of the other like satyrs and other people working in the village come into this loft anyway. Primarily, all you ever see is Radiarc.
All right. Well,
Um,
and I will. Is there a window up here in the loft?
Oh yeah.
All right. I will. When I sleep, I will. I don't want to sleep right next to it in case someone snatches me through it, but I also want a rapid escape route.
Up to you.
I will. I'll sleep with my back to a wall, and the window and any ladder coming up here in my line of sight, in my cone of view.
Okay.
Because I do have spells that can help me with maneuvering.
You do.
So.
All right. So you're sort of going to rest up in the loft, and then after a bit, that this wouldn't necessarily even be a perception check sort of situation, because it would be rather obvious. Outside of that window that you were looking at, you're going to see a rush of like a very huddled together crowd of people that seem to be like charging into where this village is, from like up to the northern area this way. And what strikes you as interesting, if you sort of clock them and look that way, they don't look like warriors. They look like villagers with like pitchforks. It's very much like a village mob of some kind. That come charging in and charging down this part of the map. And as they come down and come this way, the two dryads sort of look up, and they're not looking towards the window where you are up in the loft. They're sort of, Pike is keeping his eye out down below on the ground floor, while Robiney's like asleep about 20 feet from you. Or like 5 or 10 feet from you, rather, because the loft's not that big.
All right.
And then Pika sort of looks over at Radiarc, and he's like, "What's going on? We have to do something." And Radiarc will come up to the loft where you're resting and sleeping, and he will hold out his hand for you, and basically he'll be like, you need to come with me now. It's not safe right now. There's no telling what that crowd will do. What is happening? Our village is being attacked. You need to come with me right now.
Inquiry check.
You mean insight? Wrong game.
Insight, yes. Wrong game. Insight.
Let's see.
13.
Let me... Oh, yeah. 13. So, Yeah, he seems to be. You clock him and see that he looks to be like genuinely worried. And do you take his hand?
I will stand of my own power. I won't accept the hand at this moment.
Fair enough.
I know some spells are touch-based, and I don't trust anyone here right now.
I mean, fair. That's valid.
Yeah. I'll awaken mine to Robiny to alert her. Something's up, wake up.
And then Robiny will just blink and sort of set up. Not in a, like, making it apparent that she's awake kind of a way. She's being very cautious as well. And so Radiarc will look to you as you sort of come up of your own power, and he's just, fine, just come with me, please. We need to put you someplace safe so that the crazy folks out there don't wind up burning down one of our buildings.
Are they interested in me?
Well, I need to at least get you someplace safe so that they don't burn the lock that you're in. All I can tell you right now is they're interested in taking this village, which may mean destroying parts of it. And I don't want you to get hurt.
I am an outsider here. Focus on your town. I can look after myself. I know a few tricks. Don't worry. And I will head over to the window.
Mm-hmm. Make for me a perception check.
All right. 20.
20. All right. So you sort of clock, and you will see that you sort of look out into the crowd, trying to like clock what's going on or get a general feel over what's going on. And with a 20, you pick up on something very interesting.
Oh, goody.
Sitting sort of more towards the back of the like crowd of folks that are charging forward, you see Radiarc in the back of the crowd. The person that's also beside you.
Detect magic, and I look back toward him.
You will get a very strong abjuration aura.
To my understanding, can abjuration be used to create illusions?
I'll give you an Arcana check to see if you can get an idea of what's going on.
18.
All right. So here's the thing. You weren't there, or rather, Locke wasn't there when the group encountered the Lich.
Correct.
But what happened with the Lich is I was keeping track of the fact that people had access to detect magic. And I was clocking that other characters would know these sorts of things. And it turns out that the spell or effect known as non-detection blocks divination magic. And detect magic is both treated as divination and a little bit of a universal spell. And the idea behind detect magic is you're always going to pick up on something. Non-detection is adjuration. And non-detection blocks everything else. Given that your mother is a well-accomplished wizard, and you're going to pick up on the fact that a strong enough adjuration aura can block, if it's specifically non-detection, which you don't necessarily know that that's what it is, but if someone makes use of non-detection, they can hide the fact that they're making use of any other magic. So, with all that said, you sort of clock that it's quite possible that the Ryer Warren that you're looking at is not the Ryer Warren that you think it is, or that it's supposed to be. Or perhaps he has some other aura going on. But with an 18, you sort of pick up on the idea that a strong enough adjuration magic can block the idea that any other's going on.
Well, and is this guy currently taking any move toward me, or is he just watching me?
How do you react? You're going to get a little bit to react because he's maybe not necessarily aware that you're able to spot.
Suspicious?
You're suspicious. You got a little bit. Very, 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 very quickly.
All right, well, in that case, is this like window glass, or is it just like an open view of outside?
I would say it's probably more open view, I would imagine. I don't think they're going to necessarily make use of glass in little buildings and farmhouses like this.
All right. Then I'll very, very quickly awaken mine to, Pico is his name?
Pica.
I will awaken mine to him and declare, something's not right. I don't think this is him. And then I will Misty Step out of the window.
Oh, nice.
And as soon as I land somewhere, just as far away as I can, I will immediately cast invisibility.
Interesting.
So that is 1 3rd-level spell slot and 1 2nd-level spell slot. That is my strategy, at least. That is my plan.
And pick a spot. Where are you going?
Well, 30 feet away from, I assume, right here.
Yeah, somewhere like that.
And you say that the crowd is coming from the north?
Crowd is coming from the north.
Then I'm going to this rooftop.
That rooftop and then immediate invisibility.
Yep.
Give me a athletics check.
Oh boy. Okay.
Or not athletics, acrobatics, to see how well you sort of balance yourself on the rooftop.
All right. Well, 19.
Okay. So you put yourself pretty solidly like up here.
Yep.
And you will immediately go invisible when you're up there.
Mm-hmm. And then I will turn my attention back to that window and see if I can figure out if anything bad happens over there.
All right. And then you will see Ryer Warren here. Once you Misty Step and you go outside and you're sort of up top on the roof, he will disappear from inside that room as well. Looking out the same window you are, and he reappears down here. And he is looking around trying to, well, quite obvious.
Find me.
Trying to find you.
Whew. Oh boy.
And what we will do here is, while this is not technically a combat encounter per se,
we'll use a turn order for the sake of keeping it orderly.
Yes. And what I will do is I will say,
Oh boy.
I will put
Locke's paranoia is paying off, I think. Because, like, when I saw that handshake and you directly asked me, do you take his hand? It's like, oh, that's Fae as fuck. That is the most tricksome of the Fae bullshit I've heard since Solus said the veil will not fall by my hand.
Alright. So, go ahead and do
Initiative?
Yeah, initiative, that. And I'll put Robiny in here too. She might not necessarily do as much, but I'll make sure to put her in here. And then let's do random 3. Poor Pika.
To be fair, he's probably rattled a little bit from what I just said to him.
This is true. And then this is technically for people you can't see currently. Or more appropriately, it's the turn order for like everybody else.
Yeah. Environmental round.
Yeah, I'm just using a token that you technically can't see to make that easy.
Understood.
So, having done that as a kind of surprise round effect, you will see this gentleman down here will try to, he'll look around, try to get figure out exactly where it is that you went, but he can't seem to figure that out. And his turn is going to be spent getting one of the satyr folk that was nearby, that comes out of this house as the crowd really starts going. And give me a perception check, Locke, because you're up there.
Okay, perception. 19!
Nice. What's Locke's languages?
I know Sylvan is one of them. I know Common, Deep Speech, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Okay. So, you can't understand what's being said per se, but you do get the air about it that it's some form of a command. And then the individual that is here that I don't have a token for, currently, is going to basically go off and try to keep hidden from the crowd up here, but is going to try to see if they can figure out where specifically you went. Robiny, though you can't see her, she is currently inside. Robiny is going to, for her turn, make sure that you can hide, Robiny, because this is not a happy time. You got some way to hide, don't you, girl? Probably. Besides just straight up using a hide, like trying to hide. Can that be used on yourself? Yes, it can, because it doesn't say that it can't. So, for Robiny, though you cannot see her currently, Robiny is going to cast Enhance Ability on herself. And then she is going to attempt to hide. And because she did Enhance Ability on herself, she's getting advantage on stealth or on dexterity checks. So Robiny hides in the loft with a 20.
Nice.
And what are you going to do? Stay where you're at, I'm assuming?
I mean, yeah, I'll absolutely hunker down and do my best to be as undetectable as possible. Like, I kind of want to, like, hug myself to where the crook of the roof sort of meets the chimney right there in that little hole where I'm as obscured as possible. And any depressions or indents I make into the thatch of the roof are hard to see. Because it just looks like it's naturally part of the crease.
Makes sense.
And because I'm invisible, I get advantage on this stealth?
Yeah. Yep.
23 both times!
Doesn't matter, you're pretty well hidden, and that's fine.
Alright, and I will just listen. Like, the rest of my turn is just spent actively listening to what's happening around me. I'm trying to get a sense of what the fuck is going on.
Alright. So, Pika, I rolled intelligence for him to see how smart he is going to be in this situation.
Not very.
Not very, clearly. And so he is going to step outside in and amongst all the other folks that are wandering by. And he's going to try to get a gauge on what is going on, and though it is not a fight of any kind, he is going to be met with the crowd that is rushing down, and he is going to try to, he talks amongst them, using specifically Sylvan to try to talk to them, and is trying to discern what it is that is going on based off the stuff that you said before. And then that same satyr that was wandering past trying to figure out wherever, or not the same one, but a satyr that sort of was wandering past and trying to look at what was going on. He's just gonna, Pike is just gonna haul off and punch him.
Oh?
Not one of the satyrs in the village that's from up here. One of the ones that was, like, keeping the, staying in the town itself. Like, not the raiders, quote-unquote, the raiders, but one of the ones that was still staying here.
Is what punched Pika in the face?
Pika punched them.
Oh. I mean, Locke doesn't currently have line of sight on this, so I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. And then this fellow. What can you do to try to find who you are after? You don't really have any means to actually find him. So yeah. I'm just going to say your stealth roll was a 20?
23.
23, yeah.
And I am invisible, and I am well obscured.
Yeah, you're, like, incredibly well obscured. And he has no way of knowing that you decided to Misty Step to the roof. Or to a roof. I think... he's not gonna... He doesn't necessarily have anything that he can do actively to try to find you. Unfortunately.
But that is actively what he's doing instead of helping the town, which says to me that this is absolutely an imposter.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Robin is continuing to hide. He has spent his entire turn trying to search around and figure out where in the heck you went. He's assuming you might have went invisible, but let's see how intelligent he is. Assuming you might have teleported someplace more to your advantage. Okay. Roll me a d20.
14.
Okay. So you're going to see him search around on the ground, and then meanwhile all this ruckus is happening from above. You hear it going on. And then he goes around this corner, and from your line of sight, you don't know where he goes. Because you said you're on that other side of line of sight. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to, for the moment, disappear. Robin is still hiding in the loft. What are you doing?
If I cast any spells, my invisibility ends, yes?
That is correct, yes.
And I don't have any spells that increase my speed that could justify me running, and I also don't want to run and leave my friends behind. Because these guys have been good to me. It would be a real dick move to cowardly book it when they're potentially in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So what I will do is just nudge myself a little more into this sort of, like, gap right here. Just as obscured as I possibly can be. And pay very, very close attention, listening intently to anything happening around me, so that if this guy tries to sneak up on me, I can, and, like, cast a spell at me, I can counterspell it.
Okay. All
So
right.
I'm just trying to hide and wait this shit out because I don't know what else I can do at the moment.
Yeah.
I'd
yeah.
have no idea what the hell's happening. I don't want to abandon Pika and Robiny, but I don't know how else to get back and help them without putting myself in immense risk.
Right.
Especially since I don't know what the fuck's happening. That's why I'm trying to listen. Like, is the mob chanting or saying anything specific, or are they just just generally being loud and annoying? Like,
the mob, as far as you are able to tell, they are like, you'll hear the voice that matches Radiarc's from before, like from further off. And he just seems to be commanding and pushing his the folks around him to try to take his town back. And they're saying it in Elvish, not Elvish, Sylvan, which you happen to know, I think.
okay, so the Radiarc that's coming in is presumably the original, trying to get his town back, and the one that is looking for me is an imposter of some sort.
Yep.
That's what I'm gleaning. And Pika and Robiny both at the very least trusted the real Radiarc enough to recommend his house as a place for me to sleep.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I will remain in position for now, but depending on how this next round goes, I might enter the fray. We'll see.
All right. Well, from your perspective, this one down here is technically gone from your perspective. From your perspective, from your angle, you're able to keep tabs on, like, it's not something that's being hidden by any capacity. You are hearing some form of a fight from the from more north of where you are currently. You hear the slashing of weapons, perhaps some bladed, the sound of more like bludgeoning sort of things going on from up north. So there is a brawl of some kind that is happening up here. And I'm just going to say that from the context of the turn order, I'll keep it, but for purposes of this, I won't like cycle through it because there's not really a point until you decide to do something.
All right.
So effectively, you get your next round to try to do something else.
So there is a fight breaking out.
Yes, you do hear some form of a fight from up north.
Still invisible. I will creep up here and look for any sign of, I am assuming, the imposter.
All right. Do a perception.
And I think I still have a detect magic aura going. That's up to
you
10
could do that
minutes,
a bunch.
and I had that. Huh?
Your detect magic is one of your invocations that you can do as much as you want, really.
Yes. But I mean, like, it's still active, because, like, I had it going in the house when I noticed the abjuration.
Yeah.
So, and it has not been 10 minutes, so if the guy's invisible, I'll still notice the abjuration aura.
You would also notice, you would notice just the abjuration aura. You are correct, if he is invisible.
So, perception check, 16.
Alright. So, you're going to, you come up to the roof, you come to the crux of it to see what's going on. And your perception check of 16, you'll see, Pika is up in and amongst the crowd and, like, punching and kicking and fighting his way, like, on the side of the mob. It does seem as though, Pika has been able to discern, based on what you have said and what he has seen, he is able to discern that the village itself had already been taken when you guys arrived.
Alright.
And you will see what you assume to be the real Radiarc coming around the corner down here.
Can you like give him like a color marker or something so I can easily differentiate between the two of them?
Yes, I will do that.
Like give him like a little red circle on his bar or something, or a blue one to mark him as friend. Friend colon like parentheses.
It would help me to distinguish between them too.
Indeed.
So yeah, he's down and sort of like leading and commanding the charge for his troops. And they, from your perspective, with your 16 perception, you see village attacking village. Satyr and Eldarin and all this are just attacking each other. You're not able to pick up on anything weird in that regard, other than with your detect magic going, and having a decent perception. Everyone that's fighting on the side of, like, you've clocked it, the imposter. Everyone who's fighting on the imposter side of things, at least from your detect magic angle, is different because all of them have adjuration auras.
So that's what differentiates them. Okay.
Yep. You also notice that some of them look exactly the same.
So just straight up, we got doppelgangers ahoy in this bitch. Understood.
Pretty much, yes. Some of them. Some of them are close, but not quite. So it's like a imperfect doppelganger shenanigan going on.
All right. Okay. Do I have any knowledge that could give me some, like, anything I read while I was just hanging out in the library with Mom that could give me some idea of what the fuck is going on?
Well, as best as you can tell, give me Arcana or History.
Arcana, because I have that. 24!
Yeah. As best as you can tell, based on all the other indicators of what's going on, or all the, like, adjuration auras and whatnot, it seems that someone, you're not entirely sure who, someone came to this town, took it over, disguised everyone in it as people that were supposed to be here, and now you have the village, the people that were actually supposed to be here coming and taking their town back. As best as you can glean, you don't necessarily know of anything specific, like in Fey lands, that would do this kind of thing. This seems incredibly organized to not be, to like be some wild animal or like Fey magic BS something or another. And from your trips in the Feywild before, you remember that there's been a lot of, you did encounter a few villages that were taken. With like the madcaps and the hag and the, you know.
Gotcha. All right, it's my turn right now?
It is, yes.
All right, then in that case, I will... Let me see here. Let me check my options real quick. All right, so using sorcery points doesn't consume anything, does it? Like, it doesn't consume, like, an action or anything? It's just a thing I do?
No. Making use of sorcery points, as per, like, meta magic stuff, is not an action by itself.
Good. Then I'll expend my 3 sorcery points to regain a 2nd level spell slot, or a 3rd level spell slot, excuse me. Which I will then immediately use to cast Misty Step again. After I've parked myself, like, here. So that's here. So I want to park myself here, so that I'm near Pika, so that I have some backup.
Mm-hmm.
And is he currently dealing with anything right now? Like, is he fighting anything specific?
Okay. I needed to double check a thing. Specifically, making use of sorcery points to give yourself a spell slot is technically a bonus action. Using sorcery points to do something as a meta magic doesn't take doesn't take an action.
All right, so never mind. I'm currently at a 0 3rd level spell slots. Then I'll do the sorcery points thing later, if you will permit that.
Yeah, that's fine. I just was wanting to double check that too. That specific use of sorcery points is bonus action.
Okay.
Not
So is
necess-
Pika currently fighting anything?
Yes. He is currently fighting in and amongst the other villagers. And he has knocked down one that is like downed in front of him as you come. Did you? You teleported down, didn't you?
I misty stepped, yes.
Yeah. So you see him as you teleport down. He just sort of knocks the block off of one of the satyrs and knocks it off its feet, and then he sees you appear beside him. And then he's immediately like tapping at his temple to be like, "Mine thing."
I will awaken mine to him.
It's like, okay, so yes, you are right. These are not who they say they are. There is some sort of illusion magic something going on.
You want my help taking it back for these people?
I mean, I'm sure Rirewarn would appreciate that.
All right. By the way, and I will, if there are no current like major targets for me to blast that are actually worthy of being on the map,
Yeah.
I'll just use my my action to just Eldritch Blast and like pop 3 that are like coming up on him or something, just to make myself feel cool.
Yeah. Easy enough.
Like I'll blast 3 that are sneaking up behind him and be like, "You should probably pay more attention. We're in the middle of a battlefield."
Yeah. A lot of them here are mooks, which is why I don't have tokens for them per se.
That's fine.
So that's relatively easy for you to do. And then so you're down into the battlefield.
Yep, I'm backing up my friends at the moment.
All right.
I feel like I did a good job dodging a potential capture scenario.
You did. Yes, you did.
Just Locke's paranoia kicking back into gear after having it easy for a while, and it is serving him dividends.
Yep.
Paying dividends, that's what it is.
And you know what? I think this is a solid setup for. I'm gonna say that Pika, for his turn, he'll do some the same of like knocking down some of the mooks that are about, and I will say that I'm going to adjust the turn order a bit, add to it in between now and next time, and this can be what the party comes in on.
Oh, so my friends are just going to show up to a village under attack?
Yep.
And I'm still looking like a tabaxi.
You still look like
Cool.
a kitty. You still look like a kitty cat. I am happy with this setup.
That's going to be fun.
Uh-huh. And what we'll do is, effectively speaking, they'll sort of come upon the town as the town is being like mob raided.
Okay.
But they won't have they'll be like further back, and they'll have a chance to like charge in right behind them, and given like distance and all this, even Cad with crazy high speed is not necessarily going to be able to get here in time to stop those couple of turns that had already happened. So effectively their turn is like charging in and coming in. So this is not going to require a perception check from the party, because it is going to be fairly obvious as you grow closer. It is extremely apparent as you guys are making it closer to the village that one, the village here is much bigger than what is essentially an outpost back in real material plane land. It's more like a farm village rather than an outpost. And second, it is currently being attacked. You're hearing cries of, oddly enough, not necessarily cries of people running away, but cries of battle, at the very least. Yeah, you guys are seeing chaos ensue of this town that is just before you. And yeah, you are. This is where you guys decide what you want to do with that. Exactly.
Oh, shit, that's not good.
Ooh, we could go charging in on our mounts this time. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
And you could all just ride in on mounts, except for who doesn't have a mount. And
I thought he was riding with Bjorn, and then.
I mean, technically he could. Yeah.
Yeah. Rupert can carry two, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm just like Skunk on top of Cad.
Yes, exactly. Cad is the third mount to your 6. All right. So yeah,
Okay, so we have last town that was being attacked, and now we got this town going attack. Is there just like
The Feywild just at war or something? Or
maybe?
You will
I mean, we keep hearing bad things about Dahlia, so maybe?
Well, either way, I'm charging in.
Oh, good.
Charge.
Yeah, she's just
All
gonna
right, here
sit
we
there,
go.
like draw her
Leroy
sword, charging in.
Jenkins.
Okay, cool.
All right, boys, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Yes.
I like this village. It's charming.
Okay.
Oh, hey, RJ.
I would live here.
All right.
What's that guy's picture? Oh dear lord, there's already.
Does he have like a? I can't tell if it's just the shading or if he has like a weird, shitty mustache.
I don't know. I have a feeling he's a pretty boy Fey man.
He has that look, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't sit there and determine, it's like, should I treat him as like a friendly, or should I be really, really suspicious?
Alright, initiative.
So this is a town that we're supposed to be meeting Locke in, right?
It is, yes.
Correct.
Okay, I know what my character's doing. Oh, hey, wow, damn, okay.
Hey, not bad. I'll take that.
Bjorn's like,
All of
"It's
your
a
luck.
fight, let's go.
All of your luck is gone now.
All right.
Listen, Bjorn saw an opportunity. Once Bjorn realized that charging on the mounts into battle was the plan, he was gone.
You know who the enemy is?
Yeah,
He doesn't
just
need
go
to
and be
know.
like, no, we're gonna
He'll
go.
figure it out.
We're gonna roll up and we're gonna dominate the things, and we're gonna tell them just stop fighting or we'll decimate you.
See. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Bjorn can totally have that crit and have a 22 initiative, but turns out the aforementioned pretty boy also critted on his initiative, and his is a lot higher than 2.
Also,
Yeah,
why
that's
does
fair.
I don't like that he has 2 initiatives?
He does, yes, technically. And that token
Oh.
and that token should be different, but it isn't on the screen. But that doesn't matter.
What do you mean different? You don't. You have the same token, but it's.
I'll do it. I'll do it this way. I'll fix it. Boop.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
So he starts off a neutral, but he's about to be a villain.
Yeah, he's got like an evil twin down there.
All right. Anyway, so
With a perspective that shows more than his nips.
anyway,
What?
It seems like he's probably having an argument with himself that led to war.
all right. So what's going to happen here as you guys come charging forth, making your way into town? Bjorn is charging on mounted combat and all this. And do I have everybody in their perspective? Yes, I do. Cool. I totally didn't plan that, but yeah, you guys are lined up in the way that you should be. Although technically, I guess it would be more like that. And also that.
Yeah, it would probably be like that.
Yeah. Anyway, so you guys are charging forth, and as you're coming into this mess, you're going to see the aforementioned Pretty Boy, as he was dubbed, which is not entirely inaccurate. He does kind of have that vibe going on. And he seems to be leading the charge that is currently of the folks that are attacking the town, question mark. What you find to be the most interesting about this is not only does he have a doppelganger in the works that you guys don't technically see right now,
Yeah, no, there's house in a way.
but everybody does. The people that are attacking are currently attacking what looks to be people that look exactly like them. At least until they fall, and then the ones that fall either look like Yuan Ti or they don't. So yeah, he currently seems to be leading the charge, and he has a very specific kind of aura about him that is very reminiscent of both Silver and Bjorn, because he is technically a paladin. And he is going to make use of what qualifies for his turn is he's going to make use of his very, very pretty glowy macy thing that he has. It glows about as bright as he does, which is bright, even in the Feywild. And he will smack at a few of the what looks like villagers around him and knock them down. And I'm going to roll an attack for him, even though it doesn't really matter because what he's fighting is technically a mook. Yeah. So, yeah. And that is what you see from Pretty Boy. Bjorn, what are you doing?
Since we're on mounts, we have increased movements.
You do, yes,
Right.
technically.
Right. And so
Do we
just
have increased movement?
You do not.
sorry,
you
just
are
gonna go back. Sorry, just to be clear, this guy, he is actively attacking villagers. You said.
He does seem to be attacking what appears to be villagers. From your perspective, you don't necessarily know who's who, but the ones that he attacks and falls do end up looking like Yuan Ti after they fall.
This is definitely all right. I'm gonna get as close as I can and see if I can get a better look while I'm charging.
Okie dokie. What's Bjorn? What's Rupert's movement speed is 50, I think.
I believe so. Yes.
Giant elk?
Not a giant one. Though on a dash, he could be right in the thick of it. Don't know if I want to be right in the thick of it. So.
Although, if you want to be cool, you could totally ride up and get to about here, and then you, Bjorn, jump off, use your own movement to get up to where he is, and then you're there.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, elk has 50 feet.
As this is a DM suggestion, I'm assuming I have the permission to do it, and will thus proceed.
Yep.
Now, does that mean that Bjorn would still have his own action, since he technically doesn't have to use much of his own movement?
Right, this is correct.
Alright, so ride up, jump off of Rupert. I kind of have like Rupert come to a halt so I can get the momentum of that and launch myself. Land in a roll, come running up, and try to see if I can get a better vibe for what the situation is.
Okay.
Because I don't want to slash anyone until I know that I'm slashing the right guy.
Yes. So if you charge in, you jump and you land, and you're right beside him, and he just looks back at you, and he sees the make of your armored self. You have the antlers and all this, and he's just wonderful. Someone else that actually knows how to fight. Help.
It's like explain the situation in 5 words or less.
Yeah, pretty much. Meanwhile, just for sake of illustration, considering that Oak had the Nat 1 initiative roll earlier, I'm
Did
just
you just fall off of Rupert?
I'm gonna say that in the like running forward and then sudden stop, you jump off and then he just lands in the corner over here, prone because he falls off.
And Rupert's just standing there like, where did everybody go? Was it something I said?
Actually, no. Where did everybody go? Because Rupert has an accent, I recall. Not quite sure what the accent is, but he did have one. Anyway.
Irish.
So...
Or Scottish. Make that an aggressively Scottish stag.
Sure. I can't do a Scottish accent because I can't do any accents. But anyway.
Except for your own, of course.
Yes. So you arrive...
Come with one built in.
Yes.
Stop now.
Yes. You arrive, you land, you sort of figure out that, Pretty Boy is wanting your help, as it were. And you don't really have a whole lot of time to go from there. He can sort of direct you to swing at the right ones, which seems to be the ones that do not have, a lot of the ones that he's leading and guiding seem to have like makeshift weapons and don't seem to be properly trained. Whereas the ones that they're fighting against have blades and daggers and like actual weaponry.
The ones that are following is you on T.
Yes. Yep. So yeah, I will give you at least some form of an action, probably not like a full turn, just to discern all of that at the same time.
Okay.
But maybe one attack if you want to swing.
Okay. But not like my 2 normal attacks, just like a attack of opportunity kind of deal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll aim for the one he actively points at. And, like, that seems like the safest bet.
Yep.
Do that.
Well then.
Jesus.
And beat the shit out of him.
That is a critical hit to a 0 token mook.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna assume I annihilate that guy.
Yeah, you do. So yeah, he is going to fall very easily. Which weapon are you currently using? Your sword or your sword of warning or your thunderblade thing?
That is my Thunder Greatsword.
Ah, yes, it does say that. I didn't read it. I'm blind. Yay. It's also worth noting,
Hold on. That means I need to roll my thunder damage. Do I roll that twice as well?
Yep.
So that'll be 46.
Good God.
17 plus 15. That you just liquefied that thing.
It's also worth
Just
noting...
turned him into salsa.
It's also
A fine red mist, lightly sparkling with electricity, falling as ashes.
It's also worth noting that when I was making this other Pretty Boy Paladin, I realized a thing that you didn't necessarily put on your character sheet yet. Level 11 Paladin perk. Improved Smite. You get radiant damage on your attacks always.
Yes.
Oh shit.
You actually now have that on both your Sword of Warning and your Thunderblade. That's where the 1 and the 6 for radiant damage came from. Although I think I spelled radiant wrong. But anyway.
Nope, that's correct.
Okay, good. Cool. So, following that, this evil token guy is going to currently be doing things that you guys can't see.
Mysterious.
And then... Yep. And then we have a CAD. Finally.
Yeah. Do I have a person on my back, or am I just me?
You
I
do-
assume you have me on your back.
You
That's
do,
the
yes.
vibe I've been getting.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Like I'm like riding on one of your shoulders.
You have a shoulder skunk.
Shoulder bold.
Shoulder ball.
So-
I like that.
I can technically move 100 feet.
You can.
Normally.
Yeah, you can because you are Sonic.
So what are these down here? I'm
Those
guessing it's not an amethyst and a ruby.
those I'm using to sort of give the mooks a token on the map so that I can put them in the initiative order and have something for them. So
But generally, it's safe to just assume I think that this whole map is just full of a throng of things fighting each other that we don't want like dozens of points on the initiative order.
Precisely.
So are these two things fighting each other, or is it like these two things are fighting each other?
You can charge in and you can roll perception and see if you can discern who's fighting who.
This is complicated draggery. So,
You're just
Great
gonna
idea.
pop in the middle of that group and be like, "Hello."
So
Jeez.
if I go charging this kind of path right here, I imagine something's going to swing at me.
Yes.
Cool. The towel with the would you? Come on now. You, and then scroll all the way down here, and then this towel. So what swung at me as I'm running past?
You probably had at least a few that tried to swing at you.
I see a few, as in like 3 here.
There would be quite a number of them that would swing at you.
Okay, cool. The ones that swing at me are not my friends. I'm smart.
Seems reasonable.
I mean, yeah.
So I guess my question would be, this would be the destination I would be temporarily running to, keeping 15 foot of movement without having to expend weirdness. So who's the first person to swing at me on my path to here?
It would take.
My intent is kind of stop and smack him.
Yep, that one.
The red one?
The red one, yes.
So the pink one didn't do anything, but the red one smacked at me?
Yes.
Cool, go ahead.
Very, very small because Mook. Rar. Missed.
No. I will turn around and clunk it on its noggin.
Very easy to do. Go for it.
Very recklessly as well. 20 to hit.
Yep. Goodbye.
Spunk. You are the weakest link.
Yep.
Yeah. Reduced to pudding.
Pretty
Do I
much.
see anything else that looks similar to it? Does this look the same as it?
It looks the same until it falls unconscious, and then it looks like a Yuan T, which is a snake person.
Gotcha. So the gems look like the normal people, but when hit, they turn into things.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Also, when you come charging in and you do that, the fellow here, he just sort of does a backflip as you come landing in, and he's like, "Whoa, elephant!" out of nowhere.
And what's his reaction to me getting smacked, swung at, and then bopping this guy on the noggin? Any reaction?
Nothing that's he is okay with this.
I pointed this while looking at him. Eh?
No, they're the good guys, I think.
Okay. Who's next?
There are several around. We can say that you like do your CAD whirlwind, and you can easily take out a couple of them.
Yeah, because
Okay.
like again, like just for the sake of expediency, like there's a massive fight going on all throughout this map. We just don't have tokens for all of them
Cool.
for the sake of expediency. So just assume that there is like things
There's
fighting
one,
everywhere.
and then there's fine. Boop boop.
Yep. And then as he does a backflip backwards and lands like right here, he will sort of look over to the kitty cat over here, and is like, Robin's still in the cottage. Do you know this is this one of Robin? And then it is to Robin, who is over here. Ba-ding! Who is hiding in this window of this this like farmhouse essentially, and in this loft, and she looks out the window and sees the chaos erupting, and for sake of just having you guys know what's happening, even though your characters wouldn't know, she just puts her hands together in like a little prayer, and just will softly whisper, "Pika, lead her. She's not going to know who's an enemy and who's not." And Cad, because you have decent perception passively, you are going to pick up on like what looks like magical craters, similar to the kind of thing that Locke does whenever he did his little swamp, but like primal and almost like erupting. And then suddenly, over here in this alleyway, we have a pink velociraptor. Rawr. And pink velociraptor is going to come out here and bite at one of the mooks that's out here with you guys. She charges in between the other druid or the other dryad and the kitty, and will bite at a dude.
Why? That's incredible.
Let me see. There is your attack. Making sure I had your attack. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be hard to hit these things. Yep. Ow. And you have a mook that was another Yuan-Ti that is just nabbed by a pink velociraptor and then spat out. It's over.
Skunk would be in among all this now too, right? Because he was riding Cad's shoulders.
This is technically true, yes.
So I'll just move him here then.
You would be hanging on for dear life.
Yes.
I didn't dash. I just moved normal. I moved normal speed.
Normal
Yeah,
speed.
your normal speed is several times mine.
Alright, real quick.
Sorry.
Let me get some information. So this is the town that we're supposed to find Locke in, right?
Yep.
Correct.
What did Locke say about his guides? Again?
I believe he identified them.
As what?
Dryads, I think, is what he said.
He would have said something like
I can't remember what was said.
that. Yeah.
Because he wrote it down in the book, so we do have the information.
Yeah, like two guides. Like, I don't think I wrote it down anywhere, but he would have identified his guides, two Dryad-esque, and I'm pretty sure he gave the names.
Yeah. Two dryad teenagers, or young adults at the very least, by the name of Robiny and Pika. Girl and guy.
Okay. So I'm gonna be charging in
We
like this.
get a young over there because she's on the horse too. We
Yeah. So there's fighting about going on, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Did we ever get a notification that he was at the town yet?
I don't think so. Not. He hasn't wrote in the book to tell you that he was in the town. Or no, he would have. Yes, although I don't know if Oak would have saw it.
Okay.
So.
But we know it's this town.
Yeah.
Good chance he had a short. Well, we could have ascertained that he had a shorter distance to get here, so he technically. There's a really good chance that he's here?
Yes.
Silver's just gonna start yelling her head off, calling out for Locke.
All right.
Just try to find him.
Charging into middle of the crowd, and you're gonna get swung at by a mook. They missed.
She just swings her shield off to the side and just like backs him in the head. Like, leave me alone. I'm busy here.
Gong!
Would mounts have an action or no?
The mount.
Yes, because they do have attacks. They do have actions.
It would depend on what kind of attack it was doing, considering...
It's not doing an attack. I'm just trying to see whether or not I can have the horse do a dash.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And I can still free up an action.
Yeah, you can definitely have the horse.
Okay. Then she's casting Detect Magic.
Oh, okay.
So that way she can see whoever has magic on them.
Yep. Which, what you are going to get with that is, that some of the townsfolk...
Only within 30 feet of me.
Yeah. Some of the townsfolk have, at least the ones with more proper weapons, the bad ones, as it were, they have a very prominent, not necessarily strong, but a very obvious, as it were, adjuration aura on them, which is the protect spell, or the protect magic spell. Cool. Yeah, that.
What about the doppelgangers?
That is the thing. Silver, make for me an Arcana check.
Ah, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Roll well.
I can't tell. I'll be like, God damn it, why is everyone magical?
Yeah. I will point out that this would have been easier for Silver to determine than it was for somebody else, because she had actually encountered it before, but you still didn't roll high enough. So
Yeah, no, it's the moment of in combat searching for someone. It's just like, damn it, everyone is magical.
yeah,
Why did we have to go to a magical place?
one of the townsfolk with the pitchforks don't have auras on them. The ones with the actual weapons do, but yeah.
So
And-
the defenders have auras, the attackers do not.
Yes. And this guy has a very strong enchantment aura going on about him, because he's technically within your 30 feet, I think.
Oh yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Specifically the pretty boy established earlier. This guy up here.
Yellow?
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty boy, these two guys, and this person, I believe, are in the circle.
Yep. There's no magic
Right, well,
on the Dryad kid. Skunk's turn.
yep. Skunk is going to look around in confusion for a bit because there's a lot going on that he doesn't understand. So I guess Skunk is just going to look and see if there is anything charging up to attack any of his pack, and if they get close, he is going to shoot at them specifically. He's basically reacting to other attackers because he does not have sufficient information to take the initiative at the moment. So he's on lookout.
Okay, fair enough. You are on lookout from your mount. Good job.
Yep.
So, Young, for her turn, she is going to, see Silver activate her magic. She rides into battle with Silver, which looks cool. And then she's like, oh, I hope Locke's in here somewhere. This is chaos. And then
Just start knocking people out, I would say.
you got it. And she just like,
Are
does...
you Locke? Are you Locke? Are you Locke?
she sort of back roll. She sort of rolls to the side to get off your horse, and then hops back up, and then it's just bop 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 bop. And
Bop, 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 bop.
Up, bop.
yes, that. So she is going to. Hey, she still hit! Hooray! Because they're mooks and have 10 AC. Again. I'm not even going to roll damage because it doesn't really matter. Flurry, go again. Boop.
Just starts tearing through the mooks.
Boop. Yep.
People just start crumpling down now.
Yep. And she... And she, like... When you wrong out with your magic, she's like, can you figure out which ones are the good ones or the bad ones?
Kinda. Weird on that one. Don't know about that.
Yeah. So she just sort of drops a couple, and I am going to roll a d4 because she got 4 attacks. Cool. Okay. Well then. So there's this thing about Young not quite being awesome all the time when she's on screen. All of her attacks hit. All of her attacks fall who she hits, but only one of them is a UNT.
Oh.
Ooh.
Whoops.
Hey, at least they can be kind of safe.
And then next we have Kitty, known as Key.
All right.
You summon their attention by saying their name repeatedly. Ki.
That's racist as fuck. So,
I'm sure they have an actual name.
Their actual name is Ki.
Anyway,
Right? What'd you say their name was?
the name that's given is Key, yes.
Yes.
So, this tabaxi is going to come charging over toward you, Silver, and pretty much immediately you're going to hear in your head, it's me, it's Locke. The abjured ones are the enemy. Help me out here, someone's trying to nab me.
You okay? What? I'll ask questions later.
Is that all for your turn,
Right,
Locke?
that was movement. I do
Okay.
have something I wish to do.
Okay.
I wish to use my planar island.
Oh,
Since it
yay.
discriminates between friends and foes.
It does. Convenient.
And also, sorcery points are a bonus action, you said, right? For regaining a spell slot?
For regaining spell slots, yes.
Okay. Then I will blow some of those sorcery points now, because I couldn't before with what was happening, to get back one of my second level spell slots. Okay, so the planar island is going out, and at the same time, Locke is gonna shout out, "Those who are hurt by this are the enemy."
Worth noting.
Stay
this-
within 5 feet of me.
It's worth
believe
noting.
me, I will.
Those that are the enemy begins their turn in the affected area must succeed on a strength or constitution and take points of poison damage. So here's the thing. Whenever it gets around to the mook's turn, they're just all gonna drop.
And I know who they are because I still have detect magic going on.
Hi.
So,
Because
yeah.
your planar island is gonna cover the whole town.
Yeah!
All right.
All right.
That
And
makes that easy.
is my turn.
That makes that easy. Thank you, Locke. Or Key, rather. Alright. So, now it is to Pika, Dryad Boy. We're gonna pull
See,
a...
the whole town is now planar islanded.
Yes.
Until swampy.
So, he is going to sort of mimic what Young was doing a second ago, although he doesn't have really cool weapons to do it with. And he is going to... He does have extra attack, I think. Yes, he does. Cool. So he is going to get 4 swings also. Let's just make sure that they hit. 4, and then no mods needed, doesn't matter. Yeah. So he is going to come in here and pretty much do the same kind of thing that Young did a second ago. Just bop, 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 bop. But he actually hits the ones that are bad guys because he knows that. And then Oak, for his turn, he is going to get up from being prone in all of this chaos. He is going to see Locke's planar island come up and realize that Locke is here.
Somewhere.
And he is basically going to, actually, he is going to get up and he is going to step into the fray over here. Boop. Let me double check a thing. Oak has perception of huge and goodness, so that's fine. So, Oak is going to get up from being prone. That is half his movement. And then he is going to come up here. He is going to see that who cast this planar island thing was the cat that was over there. And he is going to dash and make his way through the crowd to get to beside the kitty. And then unfortunately that is all of his turn currently. And then it is to the Mook's turn. So with Locke's planar island in effect, all of the mini Yuan-Ti that are visually looking like villagers are gonna drop. Because that
I feel very scary all of a sudden because I basically just massacred a town's worth of people in 6 seconds.
You did, yes.
Pulled off a domain expansion, pretty much.
A what?
It's kind of Jujutsu's equivalent to Bankai kind of thing.
I still haven't seen that show, so that is a joke that goes past my head. But all right.
Well, I will continue reminding you of its existence.
I'm sure you will.
And then
You told me to.
Occasionally, yes.
And then the townsfolk that are not being affected by this planar island, some of them will immediately run into the various houses that are scattered about. And And yeah,
We're blending like 3 or 4 different series now.
so I'm going to get these tokens off the map because I don't need them anymore. Boop. Alright. So Pretty Boy's turn is going to come around. And he sees that sort of chaos and he's like, what is this? And he realizes the swamp is not hurting him. Or is the swamp hurting him?
We don't know.
I am not targeting him with the swamp.
Okay. So he can move freely. He's not taking any kind of damage from the swamp. And he looks back to Bjorn. And he's like, friend of yours? Like, where the heck did this spell come from?
Well, he looks a little different than last I saw him, but yes, friend.
Okay. Well, we gotta find the captain. The captain's gonna be here somewhere. And he might have generals here too that are a little bit easier to deal with. And then it is a Bjorn. As he goes down this way to search this house down here. Let me roll a search check for this fellow. You do not have investigate. You have perception. And you'd probably use perception in this situation because that would be quicker.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll the planar island damage, by the way. Even,
Yeah, go ahead.
Just so that we have it for when the red ringed one's turn comes up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
So he is going to spend his turn and he's searching through this building over here.
All right.
Bjorn. You do not necessarily see anyone that looks like an enemy. Correct.
You're right, because they're all fucking, like, dead.
I murdered them.
You did a good job.
What physical effects does the poison of your swamp have on their bodies? Like, do they get, like, bloated or, like pustules, or what happens to them?
Their lungs just kind of dissolve.
Ooh, like mustard gas. Nice.
Yeah, kind of. And now they're just kind of getting picked over by, like, flies and dragonflies and, like, scavenging insects.
That was quick. All right. Well, I didn't mean to just swamp, I guess, so fair play.
Yeah, the swamp is full of those things. It's like, ooh, lunch.
So if
Lunch
there's
in a bed.
no enemies about, Bjorn is going to make his way over to where he believes Locke is standing.
Actually,
Because
wait.
Locke is the only person.
Currently,
Go on.
because the Mook's turns went a second ago. Yeah, I'll do it this way. Before you leave from that spot, Bjorn, make me a perception check.
Okay. 15?
Okay, yeah. From one of the mooks and like villagers ran into this building up here that was above you, and you're going to yeah. As you start to move to like go towards Locke, you're going to hear like screams and like cries of danger, or someone in danger from this building up there.
All right. Hearing that, Bjorn is going to pivot mid-step, give a quick shout of, be right back, and he's going to run up there and see what's going on.
Okay, cool.
They say barrel through the door.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, ignore the property damage. I'm here to help you.
Kool-Aid man.
I'll try to leave the hinges intact if I can,
So
but I make no promises.
So though he isn't on the token, you're going to see a somewhat familiar individual, oddly enough, because he's very similar to the Yuan-Ti warriors that you fought with the Gorgon earlier. And he is like crowding down a bunch of people in here, and you see that the other people in here are like it seems to be a family of satyrs, which a lot of the villagers were between like Eldraine and satyrs that were in this village. So he is crowding them down and seems to be, yeah. You burst into the door. You still technically have your action. You see a Yuan-Ti foot soldier of sorts that is got hostages, apparently.
So, can I get to him before he has a chance to do anything to them?
Yeah, you were close enough.
Then I am going to charge in and deal with this. Bjorn doesn't approve of hostage taking. It's poor form, just in general.
All right, that will
Plus you hits.
That will definitely hit for 10.
Plus 6 for the thunder. And let's just give him my nicest greetings with the divine smite.
Ooh!
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
I mean, I feel like that's a pretty balanced mix of everything.
Wow. Okay.
Damn!
So 16 and then 20, so 36. He is not a mook, so he is still going. But he is stopped from his hostages because you just smacked the crap out of him. You do technically have another strike.
And I am gonna use it. 25 to hit. So
Yep, that'll
18 damage there. Plus another 6 thunder damage. 4 funsies. Was he bloodied after my last strike? Or
No.
Alright, then we're gonna go ahead and let him have another divine smite. For another 13, so what was that? 18, 6, 24, 13, I believe 37. If I counted that right.
What is the technical definition of when someone is considered bloodied?
When they're below half health, I believe.
Okay. That's what I thought it was, and yes, he is at that point now. He wasn't after your first hit, but he is now. So...
And...
Yeah.
And can I use whatever's left of my movement, if there is any left, to like position myself between him and the hostages? Like, I'm essentially like fighting him back away from them and moving in.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
Alright.
Just an antler man just crashing through the building and pushing the snake away.
This is the way.
It's like, get fucked, Scaly!
It's like some Appalachian shit.
Alright. So he is then going to turn his attention to you, because you just got in his way, basically. And
That's fair.
You are like striking at him and all this other stuff. So he is going to swing at you. Roar. 12 missed.
Good.
He has extra attack. 13 also misses. Are you an intelligent snaky boy? You are not an intelligent snaky boy, so you're going to be an angry snaky boy instead. Action surge. He's swinging at you again. He also missed. And then he hit. There we go.
Okay.
So... yes. That is... He has a long sword. Rar! For 7.
7 damage?
Yep.
Alright. Boop. Boop.
And then... So... Silver. When you came charging in, you called for Locke, and then Kitty ran up to you and all this other stuff.
Yes.
So, you're going to see something very interesting. For this current turn. You're going to see Pretty Boy again.
Yes.
And he is going to basically like phase step his way, or what looks like a teleport of some persuasion, and he's right up in your business, specifically the kitty cat's business. And then he is going to grab Locke.
Fuck.
Grapple.
No damage whatsoever.
Not currently, no.
Fuck. Okay.
So Locke, make for me a athletics or acrobatics to dodge disguise grab.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Uh-huh.
Saving throw? Or no, it's skill check. Okay.
Yeah, let's go check.
18.
Oh, nice. Good job. Let me double check what his thing is. Yes. So, 3, 9. And he is going to get advantage because reasons, and because you didn't see him coming, technically.
Right. You ambushed me with this.
Rar. Yeah, okay. Because advantage, he got you. And then, he is no longer Pretty Boy. Because the way he grabs you is in not a way that would make sense for Pretty Boy to be able to grab you. Because from the angle of the illusion, for a split second, the Silver and Oak, and technically Pika, because he's right there, and Cad, because they're all right there, he seems like he's grabbing at you with his feet. And then he's not a Pretty Boy anymore. Goodbye, you. Don't need you. I want you.
Oh, goody.
Uh-huh.
Lizard.
No, snake.
I'm going to keep saying lizard to insult him.
Yes. But for
Because
purposes...
he's trying to snatch me away.
But for purposes, the reason that his image is the way that it is because, that's why. So yeah. His turn is effectively to grab you and grapple. And then he is going to bonus action, and both Locke and him are going to go over here.
Oh, no saving throw?
Well, he grabbed you, and then he, like, Misty stepped and took you with him.
Ah.
Oh, spell?
Yes, technically a spell.
Counter spell. Fuck you, bitch. You're not going anywhere.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright. So, no spell, because counter spell is 3 or lower unless you decide to cast it higher.
Yeah.
And... yeah, he didn't cast that at any higher, so... he pops in, he grabs Locke, and then he does this, like, slithering, snaky smile thing, and then starts to disappear, and Silver's like, nope!
Fuck you. No, you're not going anywhere. You're gonna get your punishment fair and square.
And then he is going to sort of just sneer and give, like, the biggest stink eye to Silver ever.
She just flips up the bird.
And then Silver and Skunk both know Draconic, but nobody else does.
Whew, what does he say?
He is going to yell, "Charge now!"
Oh, goody.
And yeah, upon him saying that, we're going to get. He has grabbed Locke, couldn't get away. He's still there. Out of this one house up here, we're gonna have another UNT. This one a little different. And he is gonna come down here. And he is going to charge very, very quickly, and he's going to try to swing at Silver.
He can try.
He can try, yes. Let's see. Yes, there that is. Actually, no. He is going to come out of the doorway and be like here, back here, and he is going to shoot at Silver. Because that's safer.
He can try.
He can still try, yes. He missed.
Yes. No.
Ding! And then there is a Cad. Are you awake?
My mic was muted. I said, yay, I get a turn.
You do, yes.
Yeah.
It's chaos.
So, snaky person is currently holding a person?
Yep.
Cool. I mean, not cool, but, you know. Okay. So, my character sheet went away. And then put back out. And over here in this window. Okay. When I refreshed, everything went boom. Okay. So, let's start with, I don't like you. I can... I identify this as Locke. I will enter a rage for the first time in a while.
Hooray.
And that's a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna smack a dude. How did I do? Where is that is not, hold on, but I am lucky. And so one additional roll. Oh wait, hold on. Where's my rage checkbox? There. I need that anyway. So, and then one additional roll. So a 14 for 15 damage.
You missed.
Boo.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Since he is grappling Locke, is he considered restrained as well?
I don't think so. No, I'm checking it, and I'm not seeing anything in restrained or grappled conditions descriptions to say they're connected to each other.
At least as far as the person who is grappled would be considered restrained, but the person doing the grappling isn't. Though to attack normally while holding a grapple is at disadvantage. It isn't for him because he's doing it with his tail.
Gotcha.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So 14
So
misses.
that was my standard hit. So now my extra hit, 24 to hit for 15.
Yep.
My Quicksilver Collider's hit. Can I try and knock him back a little bit?
Gonna drag Locke with him.
Well, how do I get the snake to unsnake Locke?
You can pull Locke away from him. But that would... I would say that try.
I mean, you could try to, basically, you're going to be attempting to disarm him, but you're not disarming him of his weapon. You're disarming him of Locke.
Is that like an attack kind of thing?
It would be part of attack actions, technically. Yes, it would be a contested. It's not an attack action in and of itself. It is a contested strength.
But it takes the place
But
of
it takes
an attack.
takes the place of an attack. Yes.
Okay, so what? Just strength check at advantage, or
Strength check at advantage because you're raging.
Ooh,
Well then.
maximum possible result.
He can still roll a natural 20 as well.
And I'm just gonna grunt at him. Let go of my friend.
He's just going like.
So I am flavoring this as more of a dex check for him because technically he's using his feet. And
I do not consent to this. I do not do foot stuff.
All of my swirling specters are like, yeah, drop him, yeah. Ow.
so now you have procured a luck.
Cool. Can I do a what's the warrior thing the fighter thing that gives me a action surge? Can I do an action surge?
You can, yes.
Cool. I use my action surge and I can attack him again, right?
You can, yes.
Can I attempt to knock him back a 5-foot square or something while attacking? Kind of try and run him through?
Sure. You're instead of using your action to attack, you're using your attack action to shove, which would again be strength at advantage.
Sure. Back off. But hold on. Not a plus or minus. But it's particularly lucky because my friend is so 15.
Yeah, but the face
Exactly
save
the
is
fucking
big.
same.
And he rolls less than the 7.
No, he doesn't go.
Rolled
anywhere.
that wrong. Well, fine. I shove on his shoulders. I'm like, back off. Yeah, that's what I meant to do.
He does the snake thing. You push him backwards and he doesn't move, but he's kind of like the punching bag things that are weighted at the bottom.
Oh, that never falls down.
Yeah.
So if he had failed, I would have pushed him backwards, hopefully. But I didn't fail. I failed the roll, but I was still back off, and I punched on his shoulders. Yes.
Weeble
Damn.
wobble.
yes, he weeble wobbles.
Goddamn Wabba set.
Ironically, in the Pokemon Too Many Types game, Wynut is the most annoying thing ever. Anyway. Baby Wobbuffet. Anyway, Cad, you still technically have more attacks on your turn, because that was an attack action.
Do I?
You would, yes.
Yeah.
I did attack, I did extra attack, and then I did weapon attack, and then I did action surge. What else do I have?
The rest of your attacks, because your action surge gives you
For action search.
action surge gives you all of your attacks again.
Yeah.
Oh, then absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna smack a dude.
Bonk.
You missed.
Oh.
Yeah. So how many more? One more?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to grunt at him and shove him again.
Okay. Okay. So you effectively push him back a bit. All right.
Yay!
All right. And now it is to Robiny, and by that I mean Lilac. Lilac is going to come over here. What did you do with Skunk or Locke or the cat when you grabbed it? What did you do with him?
Set him back down.
Did Cat set Locke down?
He's probably hanging on to my shoulder unless he decided to let go. Nah, I kind of charged in.
So yeah, Locke is now on Cad's shoulders, and Lilac is going to, and technically yes, Skunk was...
Wait, Locke or Skunk?
Skunk was on your shoulders. He hopped down when he was trying to discern what was going on, I think.
Gotcha.
Nope, he stayed up top so he could have a bird's eye view.
Okay.
Yeah.
So currently, Cad is holding Locke while Skunk is on his
It's
shoulder.
actually over one shoulder, a small dude on the other shoulder, and I'm like, "Grrr."
How are you swinging your hammer?
His trunk.
Eh.
That's also
I
why.
mean, Skunk is just standing there. He doesn't need assistance via hand, so
So
enough.
So yeah, Lilac is going to come over here. See Elephant holding on to Cat, and then she's just gonna kind of chirp, kind of like a bird, and just be like, "Arr!" and try to grab at Locke.
No, don't.
Locke trusts this Velociraptor, so he will not resist.
But does Cad trust this Velociraptor while raging?
Or not. He
Okay.
hadn't hurt anybody I care about.
The Velociraptor is currently trying to bite grab Locke.
What?
It has tiny hands. It can't grab with hands. It grabs with teeth.
Why is it grabbing at Locke?
Because it wants to protect him.
Yeah, don't know.
And it doesn't know you.
Yes.
Alright, now Locke's just being a ragdoll to everyone.
Everyone's just playing hot potato with Locke. It's great. And he looks like a cat.
Locke does not like being grabbed, touched, carried, or absconded. Also, Locke.
Correction. Locke is terrified of people coming to kidnap him. It's like his biggest phobia. He doesn't mind being carried. You know, he hung out on Cad's shoulders all the fucking time.
So Locke is not resisting, but Cad could technically resist it to like hold on to Locke.
So, if it's like gently trying to grab at him, maybe. But if it's like gotta get him, gotta rescue, I don't necessarily know if I would know that unless he's like telegraphing that.
Yeah.
So I'd probably like be pushing him away.
the Velociraptor is doing this like less like I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna grab, and more like give me, like more playful. Give.
Like, mine. This mine now.
Yes.
Mine!
That
was scarily accurate, even for me. What the fuck?
That was on point. That was solid.
Oh, okay.
But
Mine?
I'm alarmed now. What the fuck?
I'm going to assume that Cad is going to resist this, so you can roll strength to keep a hold of Locke.
Cool. Yep, that sounds about right. And I am raging.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Er.
So, and then seeing that this didn't work, she is going to chirp sort of sadly and then get out of the chaos of the scary of the stuff going on. She is a big, dangerous dangerous, in quotes, Velociraptor, but she also doesn't want to get hurt. So she is going to come over here.
She's a little cinnamon bun.
She is, yes.
Little
Silver.
cinnamon bun, and I love her.
Silver, you go.
Hey, is it my turn?
It is your turn. It's chaos.
Good. She's gonna hop down from her mount and go step up to it and be like, You pissed me off. How about you fight me for a change? And she's going to use her Channel Divinity for Champion Challenge. Give me a Wisdom saving throw.
Ew.
For basically, if there's any other enemies that I can see within 30 feet of me, yeah, they all need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
So all enemies within 30 feet of you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Each creature of my choice within 30 feet, so all the enemies. So that one's in the change, this big guy's in there, any other hidden ones within 30 feet? Oh, that I can see, never mind.
Yeah, you can't see
Well,
it
I do have Detect Magic going.
Yeah, you do.
And that is in the 30 feet.
However, the ones that are inside the buildings that you can't see currently didn't necessarily have an aura. They weren't disguising themselves, they were just hiding in buildings.
Yeah, okay.
So, wisdom saving throw, you said.
Yep.
Cool. He's not good at those.
Good.
9.
Good. He's gonna have to attack me. He can't leave 30 feet away from me. Willingly.
And then Rogue. You're actually better at it than your boss. Congratulations.
Fail.
Ha!
Damn it.
He knows better. He's like, nope, I'm not getting anywhere near her. Okay. So is that your action? No, channel.
That's my bonus action.
Channel Divinity is a bonus action, right?
Yes, it is. Do I want to bap him?
I mean, you could. He's right there.
Yeah, it would be a waste if I activate that. I'm just gonna bap him 2 times? Yes, 2 times. Do that, and then bapping him again. I'm gonna add a Divine Smite on the end of that one. At level 4. Not a fiend.
Nope.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Okay.
And that would be the end of her turn.
Okay. Ow. Now there's a skunk.
All right, real quick. Would attacking this sucker in any way disrupt the Channel Divinity you just did? Because it sounds like it's like a version of Compelled
Nope.
Duel or something.
Nope.
Nope. You can attack him. He can't leave 30 feet away from me.
Cool. Skunk is drawing his short sword and jumping at the guy to skewer him, and also keep him from going after Locke by occupying that square.
Cool. Also, Locke, don't leave 5 feet away from me. I swear to fucking God.
Right, so, and because it is a short-range attack, I get my +2 short sword, so it's magic, and this guy is surrounded on like half his side, so I get advantage, I'm pretty sure.
You would, yes.
Because Koboldic Pack Tactics.
Hey.
So 30 to hit.
That'll hit, yes.
Along with... All right, so 11 and then 25 sneak attack damage for a total of 36.
And Locke, a question mark?
Because I wasn't exactly sure how long it was going to be before you realized that the Tabaxi was Locke. There was a chance it might have taken more time, and if so, I was gonna like play that up as a mystery or something. But
No.
you started screaming for Locke, and I was like, "Oh, friends are here!" And he went running immediately. I was like, "Friend." So any need for that is now gone.
Okay.
Young is going to come down here. She is going to smack with advantage because flanking with Skunk.
Oh yeah, she can sneak attack too.
Bop. And then she hits for a total of 21. And then her sneak attack goes off. For 13 more. 21. 13. And then extra attack. Rar.
Constitution save.
That's a miss. I'm getting all of her attacks in first.
Well, that's the thing. If you
that's
do
true.
the Constitution thing, if you stun them, the rest of your attacks is at advantage.
Well, she has advantage anyway because of Skunk. So,
For one attack?
for flanking, because
Ah, true.
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So, Rar, that's a miss. And then That's also a miss. At least one of those hit.
Yeah.
And then Constitution save from Mr. Dude. Oh, he's also not good at those. How fun. But he saves.
Yep.
Locke, you're currently being held by Cad.
All right. I will permit this for the time being.
Just lift up your hand, Eldritch Blast to the face.
Eldritch Blast can miss, and this guy has a high armor class, so I'm going to use a Warlock spell slot to instead do Blight.
Very nice.
And also his constitution is shit.
So I am dropping my planar island, because if I take damage and that collapses, that'll hurt, so I'm dropping it for now.
Me.
So if he fails his DC, then he'll take a full 40 points of necrotic.
Alright. So it is alright. So
Con save DC 16.
spell save DC 16, yes. Got it. He's taking half.
Okay. So he takes 20 instead of 40. It's still a good number.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
All right, and Locke will awaken mind to, or rather, he'll just shout it out to the group. The raptor's a friend.
The raptor that just ran off all sad.
Well, they ran off.
Alright.
I mean, if I'm held, I can't exactly move, so I'm just gonna hope that Cad keeps me within 5 feet of Silver, and that's Locke's turn.
Yeah. Pika. He is going to run around this corner over here and get over here.
Completely
I
surrounded.
like how they were just leaving the rogue wide open to shoot at us.
Yeah, but to be fair, we know that thing's like cannon fodder. We can deal with that at our leisure. This guy, however, is a problem because he's trying to get me, and this entire mission was to keep that from happening. So, priority.
It's probably going to be like Bjorn takes care of the snake guy in that house, and then he just walks out, looks to the side, and be like, "You're my next target. Come here."
Actually, you know what? No. Before Pika, what's the distance here?
Oh, come on.
Nah, okay. So Pika is going to do this really cool, like, monk thing, and he's going to step a few feet this way, and then he is going to, he is going to strike at the air, technically, and he's gonna do the anime thing of when somebody does a two-fisted punch to knock somebody over, but he's like doing it air, and then the air shoots off of him and launches over here to the archer that's up here.
Pressure wave.
Oh. Awesome.
And so that is going to be no. Nat 1 too. So with it being a nat 1, and because of the context of what it is, he was holding his bow to launch another shot at Silver. He gets knocked prone, the bow gets flung out of his hands, and he is also going to take 3d10 force damage. And then Rogue is taking damage. He has done that. Let's see, 66. And then that was technically his attack, but he's going to come down here anyway to keep with the flanking and the surrounding things. But this UNT up here is now prone. Cue the slower UNTs as another archer comes out of this room over here. And he is going to, because he was not seen, he was not known, he is going to get advantage on striking Silver.
Ah!
24.
Yeah, that hits.
And then make it easy with the math, and This is the weapon, short bow, and his sneak attack roll. And immediately...
24 total?
Um,
14 total?
14 total, yes.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
And then upon doing that, he's going to immediately hide in this building again. And then we're going to have the last of the UNT flunkies that's going to come charging out of this other building and try to smack at Pretty Boy. And that is... He misses. Extra attack because he's a fighter. Missed again. And then Oak, who's last on the initiative order, he sees Cad holding Locke, and he is still there, and he is just going to, like, put his hand on the Tabaxi's shoulder that Cad is still holding, and then just be like, "Why are you a cat?" and then he is also going to, because he knows that you are the one that's being tried to grabbed, have this thing.
Warding bond!
Pretty Boy's turn. He is going to come down here on the other side of the craziness. And he is going to smack at the snake guy. Or trying to. Hey, he hits. Cool. 2d8 plus 5 for 18, and then a random d4 because of his weapon. 20 total. Hey, Silver, roll for me a smite. A low-level smite.
Level 1?
Yeah. Thank you. Because he was doing smite and you have a macro. And then that is 34 total. And then extra attack, rawr. He did the opening to attack, yes. Okay. Extra attack, rawr. Which would technically be at advantage, but you missed anyway. Bjorn.
Alright.
You hear chaos going on behind you out there. But you still have a
True.
UNT you're dealing with.
UNT with hostages, that takes priority.
Yeah.
Besides, doesn't seem especially tough. I think I can wrap him up fairly quick. So that's 13 between the slashing and the radiant, plus 9 from the thunder.
And he's down. Good job.
Problemo. As he drops, I'm going to look at the frightened people and be like, "Stay here. Be right back. Have to take care of something." And then I'm going to go running towards the chaos I hear.
You see a poor snake person that's knocked prone and doesn't have his bow, and his arrows are like scattered behind him.
So, well, it feels kind of bad to go after the easy pickings, but... And I'm going to go over to him and use my second attack.
That will hit him, actually.
Awesome. So 12 slashing, 2 radiant, and 5 thunder. And then
Okay.
level 3 smite. Jesus Christmas. 30 more radiant damage.
Good God. Okay. Well, that's fun. He is very much bloodied and on the ground. Oh, before, let's just confirm a thing. You did one attack on him? Just one?
That's the one, yeah.
Roll it again, because you would have advantage because he's prone.
Ooh, good call, good call, good call. Okay.
Okay. You didn't crit. I was just confirming that to see if you crit.
Gotcha, fair play.
You hit him with the 16, so the damage is irrelevant. I was just doing it to see if you actually crit. Because if you crit and got extra damage on him, you'd kill him.
Yeah. That would have been fun, but... Yeah.
Okay, so... In the middle of all of this chaos, he is currently surrounded. Silver got her turn earlier, so she would have her reaction back. That's annoying.
Yes.
So, hey, Locke. You have the thing for like the aura, the area effect for shatter.
I didn't know the shatter spell.
Yeah, what's the range on that?
Yeah.
10-foot sphere.
10 feet sphere, 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point.
Give me a 10-foot sphere centered right there on Skunk. Cool. So he is casting a spell silver. Want a counter spell? You would have it back, technically.
No, I'll do something else. I'm
Okay.
using my reaction for something else.
You're saving your reaction for something else?
Well, I am going to use my reaction this turn, but it's going to be something else.
Okay. So he is going to cast Shatter centered on Skunk to hit everybody.
Arg.
Constitution saves.
Constitution saves from everybody around him.
Silver just shrugs it off like, okay, what else?
Yeah.
And
A
people,
5
Bjorn
from
was
Skunk
distracted.
and a 14. A 5 from
Ooh.
Skunk, a 14 from Locke.
That's actually a 10 and an 18. Oh, wait. Bjorn, why are you rolling Constitution? You're nowhere here.
Yeah, you're not here.
You're nowhere
was
near where
weird.
the shatters.
Is aura protection 3 or 5?
5. So let's see.
And
5
is that
becomes a
con?
10.
Is that con
19.
straight?
It would be straight, yes.
Let's save.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. So yeah, and then we need a Yang because I didn't roll hers.
11.
Oh yeah. Okay.
23.
So that is.
I'm assuming Pretty Boy and the other guys would get it the +5 since they're like friends, I guess.
They would count as They would count as friends if you wanted to give them as well.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. That is not Pika. That is Robiny because I have them on the same page. 19 for Pika. And then Pretty Boy, he has a much better con. Partially because he's also a paladin. Alright.
What was the save?
And then save for said spell would be a DC of... Yeah, DC's 14. Weirdly enough. Or
Who
no,
has
not
the
not
one
14. I was looking at the wrong one. Hold on. Confirmation, other person. 17. There we go. Oh, that's better.
Okay. Real quick, who has the Constitution save that rolled a 5?
That was Skunk.
Okay, and then Locke was the other one?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with your bonus in effect, who had a 17? 'Cause yours is a +5, right?
Yeah, so Skunk would have 10, and then Locke would have had 19.
Mm-hmm.
The 6 would actually be an 11.
So that's still a
Then you
fail.
got and then the 18 would have passed. But she's still using her reaction on Locke, though.
Okay.
So.
Alright. So that is and then the shatter spell's damage is 3d8. And the ones who are going to take full are Skunk and Young. Or Skunk and Oak, rather. And then everybody else takes half. So shatter 3d8. Boom.
Oh no, 14 points of damage. Whatever will we do?
Locke actually doesn't take any damage.
Oh.
I'm so loved. I appreciate this immensely.
So you're taking the damage that
He would have gotten.
So okay.
Basically, a like radiant visage of Silver just moves over Locke and just takes the hit
So
before dissipating.
which also Locke would take half of it anyway because of warding bond.
So it gets divided even more.
No, it doesn't. Since
No?
Locke technically doesn't get hit by it,
Oh, that's true.
warding warding bond wouldn't have triggered.
That makes sense. Okay, so yeah. So 14 damage to Oak and 14 damage to Locke that gets negated, and then 7 damage to everybody else. Okay, and he is very upset, and this fellow here is going to try to run away scared. Bjorn, you want to swing at him?
I sure do.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Fuck.
Aww.
So
I do not hit him.
So there's this moment of him like scrambling away, and then you just have this flash where Bjorn's just like, yes, not right to hit somebody who's charging away. He's a bad guy, but this it kind of reminds you of your like attacks and raids that you did before, and you're like, no, and you miss.
Damn it.
We'll have honor about this.
And he scrambles away and he runs.
I'm gonna pull back on my swing and just be like, turn back and fight, you coward! And I'm gonna chase after him.
You will on your turn.
Yep, when my turn comes up, that's what I'll be doing.
So and then I'll keep him on the turn order currently. And then Cad, it is your turn. You're still holding Locke technically.
Did we say it was like with my trunk over my shoulder kind of thing?
I mean, over your shoulder probably, yeah.
And can I manifest an echo while raging?
You can, yes, because it's not a spell.
Sure. So bonus action, I have a dude. Okay. So gonna beat up a dude.
Yep.
So
Ooh.
29 crit. So 27 plus 3, 30.
Ow. Okay.
And then second hit. Oop. Again. 36.
Cool.
I'm just gonna like snarl a little bit in his general direction. So Quicksilver's bonus.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And I'm gonna expend an Unleash Incarnation to swing with him.
Yeah.
And was that it?
That is it, yes.
Yeah. Snarl.
Snarl.
Okay, so Robiny has some stuff going on for her turn that you guys can't see. It's going on in the corner over here. And for purposes of expediency and making sure, Lilac comes over here to this alleyway. Robiny climbs out of the window that Locke had looked through last while he was here, and then just hops down and lands on Lilac's back. And then Silver, what are you doing?
Oh, it's my turn.
Yep.
The dude's still alive?
Very, very barely. He is extremely bloodied.
Come on, my man.
Mhm.
Just kick over. Give up. Yeah, she's just gonna load attacks on him. I'm guessing flanking advantage.
Oh yeah, all kinds of advantage.
Is
18
that
misses.
18 hit?
18 misses.
18 misses? Okay.
So,
That one was scary.
So, he is going to actually take a
Yeah,
reaction to
you
swing at you because riposte.
Yeah.
Not that it much matters, but yeah. Because he's angry. Ooh!
Okay.
So nice. That's cool.
Alright, come at me. Give me that damage.
So he is going to boop for 12 for his crit. And then since this is technically an a thing for his weapon attacks thing, he is going to on that riposte fighter swing, he is going to use sword bard blade flourish to arc and hit Skunk and Yang.
Dick.
Uh-huh. Assuming his crit would hit you guys, which it would. It doesn't crit, but it does hit you. So they take 3. Anyway, continue your turn, Silver. He's got to do something cool. You guys, like, ambushed him. Well, not ambushed. Technically wrong. But the rest of your turn...
We surrounded him and made it, and we surrounded him and then made that his problem and our pleasure.
Yeah, pretty much.
And now my
Well, that
microphone
slightly
is...
ticked me off.
Now my microphone is rising up past my face. This is interesting.
Don't do that.
Okay, goodbye, Mike. Have a nice trip.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's because my desk is going into standing position, but I am not standing up yet. I'm just kind of watching it ascend, and it's interesting.
Yeah, don't do that.
The base of my mic stand is level with my nose.
Good job. What are you doing, Silver?
So, with him just doing that, there was this slight, like, eyebrow twitch.
Uh-huh.
I was like, you should have done that, buddy.
Uh-huh.
So she's going to use a meta magic to quicken the spell to get her bonus action.
Okay.
It's going to be haste is now a bonus action on her.
Oh, good!
Her haste is up, and she now has another.
I mean, you now have 3 attacks because you have extra attack that you haven't used.
I use my 1 attack, so if I have bonus attack, I only have 2. Well, yeah, technically 3. So either way.
Yeah.
Mulch him.
So swing away.
Oh, that's so close to a crit.
It was very close to a crit. That definitely hits.
Yeah, well, there's still going to be a divine smite to it.
Yep.
Well, let me move that down. Smooth haze. I'm gonna have a level 4 smite on it. No.
And now he's down.
Oh, she's gonna keep attacking.
Okay, liquefied corpse, I guess.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
Yep. Oh, yep. And then her last attack. Yep.
Yep. He's deader than
It should
dead.
just be like, you hit my friends, bitch. I told you to fight me.
Uh-huh. Yep. So he is now down and dead. Hooray. So combat is over. Huzzah.
It is? There's still 2 enemies.
Yeah, there's still one in the building over here.
Oh, that's true.
And there's that
there's
fucker
this-
running. And this fucker that is standing there.
That's a good point.
I
Okay.
can't-
I'm just gonna remove him.
The
because
boss
he was,
is dead, but we still have ads.
He
Yeah.
was basically eviscerated.
Yeah, it just.
Well, I mean, when you have a party of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 level 7 level 15s plus who knows how many NPCs,
Yeah.
you don't live long. I'm sorry.
No, you don't.
No, you don't, unless you sit there and you modify the stat block for give them health.
Or, I don't know, like just yeeted a fucking Tarask at us.
Well, that,
Or
that
let
case,
so-
you
or
just
let
need to be
something-
flying.
Or just give something like mini spots in a turn order.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, that's like, legendary actions help with that. Alternatively, just let something roll more than one time on the initiative.
Yeah. All right.
Just give them multiple turns in a
Skunk.
round.
Your turn.
Give it like 1 for every 2 the players get.
Something like that.
Skunk, it's your turn.
Right. I am gonna pop here. I would like to bonus action hide.
Okay.
So that's a 25, my minimum.
Mm-hmm.
I assume because this guy is just fucking booking it, he's not aware of me, and I would like to shoot him with my bow.
Go ahead.
Do I have advantage?
Definitely.
Sweet. So that will be 38.
Good job. Over 11 times his health that he had left.
Nice. And before Skunk does that, by the way, he'll glance at Locke and like elbow him in the hip and be like, "You okay, bro?" Yeah, I'm fine. Cool. Like your fur. Thanks. And then Skunk will go do that.
All right. So
Just be cute for a second.
yeah. Having done that, Young, it comes to her turn. Young is going to come this way, and I'm going to do an acrobatics check for her because I'm going to make her do something kind of funny and cool.
I mean, she has to roll a critical 1, right?
I hope not. Okay, good. So
All right.
you know that those images that you see occasionally where someone does that little like slide thing across a car. like
Yeah.
a car hood thing. She's gonna,
Vault. You're vaulting, yeah.
yeah, she's basically gonna vault over the roof to the well right there, and then come over here. Because underneath all of the glowies, there's a well right there. So she's going to do that, and then she's gonna come over here, and she's going to smack at this guy.
Fuck him up!
She missed.
Oh, Sag.
That's a 14. I think a 14 still misses because this is the fighter dude. Yeah. And then Flurry. Rar. She looked so cool when she was coming over here. Finally. And 5 for 9. So yeah. And there we go. And then it is to Locke, who's currently still being held.
Locke is just being tossed around. It's fine. Locke is going to turn his attention to that same one that Young is fighting, and I would like to... Let's see here. How close is he? Oh, that's close enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to blow my last Warlock spell slot to blight him.
Oh, okay. Con save, yeah?
Yep, so that'll be a 9d8.
He takes half.
That's still 18 points of damage.
Uh-huh. Alright. And then it is Pika's turn. Pika will come running over here, and he will do the exact same thing that Young just did.
They'll start punching shit together.
Yep. So let's see if he hits better than nope. There we go. Flurry to see if he hits more. Nope. Nope. I just suck at rolling for a monk. That's what it is. So
Yeah, that's gotta be it.
that's just all it is. Of course. Fun. I don't know why I didn't put the strength on it. It would technically be 5, but that's fine. So okay. And then it is his turn because yeah. Actually it would be the one that's hiding in the other house would be the turn before him. So he is going to come out and...
We're all very proud of him.
Yes, of course. What was your stealth was a 25?
My minimum, yes.
Yeah. Does he see you over there? I mean, he wouldn't with passive, so yeah, he's just gonna launch at Silver again.
Yeah. Jeez. Why don't you come out here? Stop hiding.
No. Why?
Show your face, you dreadful little cockfucker.
So yeah. Let's see if he hits. Hooray! Yes, he does. But you know he's there. He technically isn't hiding from you because you know he's over there.
Isn't cuckfucker a contradiction?
I was gonna say, yeah. Little bit.
So 5, because I forgot to roll the actual modifier on there.
Well, cuck just means you've been cheated on.
So 5 damage,
More or
Silver.
less.
Incel means you don't fuck.
2 damage?
5. I forgot to put the modifier on it.
Wait, hold on. What is... He rolled a 23?
He rolled a 23, yes.
Shit. Okay, that meets my armor class.
And he's gonna go hiding again. And then this guy is going to swing at Young because Young is right there. And 18 would in fact hit Young. So that is... I'm gonna roll to see if he hits again. 11 does not. So he does not. 1d8 5. Ooh. Okay. Oak is gonna come over here, having gave warding bond to Locke, and he's gonna just step that way, see this snake guy that's fighting the other monks, and gonna be like, "Hey sis, duck!" Guiding bolt to the face.
I mean, does she really have to duck?
Well, technically, I guess not. She's a dwarf.
He's a bulwark.
I mean,
Yeah, but it's one of those like action hero lines you gotta do, you know?
Sure, I guess. You gotta get some
It's like
points.
it's like when the master gets up behind the doctor gathering energy. Get out of the way.
he missed. Cool.
He didn't actually. He shot Rassilon 6 times. 4 times, excuse me.
So yeah, and then Pretty Boy, he's gonna come over here. Actually, oh yeah, okay. So this guy's been in the house, so Pretty Boy's gonna run to the house. What is that 30 feet, I think, from where he was? Yeah. So he's gonna run over there, find the guy that is in the house. He is no longer hiding. And Pretty Boy is going to swing, which is technically he has 2 attacks to do that with. 19 will hit. And a 19 will hit. Cool. 23.
Good there, Brian?
I was yawning.
It sounded like you almost fell down.
Nah. I'm just on my feet right now. Gonna be treadmilling when we're done here.
And, yeah. 27... Yeah, okay. So... And that was both of his attacks. So that is him. Bjorn, you can now continue to chase the dude.
Yes. Well, as he's still running from me, I don't want to slash him in the back.
Wait, didn't
Just
I
feels-
explode that guy?
Oh yeah, you did. That's right.
Yeah, that one's dead. I exploded him.
I forgot.
I did 11
can know-
times.
Yeah.
You take exception to hitting people in the back. I sure don't.
Alright, so he's dead and gone.
You would have saw Pretty Boy run into this house over here.
Yeah, and then you see Yang and him fighting this dude over here.
Yep.
Well, I will rush over and help wail on this McGuy.
Mm-hmm. McGuy. Go for it.
Sure hope not.
That'll
12
definitely
slash
hit.
and
Cyber
40.
a thermonuclear bomb with your prostate.
Christ.
Okay. I don't even want to know, but okay. Okay. So...
Look, I've just been taken to making extremely absurd threats with obscure body parts of late, alright?
Fair enough. You have your second attack, Bjorn.
Before that, got another 3rd level spell slot to throw into my smiting.
Okay.
Then yes, absolutely gonna whack him again. 14.
14 will miss him.
This saddens Bjorn.
Alright, Cad, your go. You're still awake.
So there's
2.
approximately 2 people left.
Yes, there are 2 enemies left. One over there and one over there.
Cool.
Although Bjorn is in the doorway for this one over here, and Yang is in the doorway for this one over here.
So can my cloney dude kind of run this way?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Would he be able to get past Bjorn to get to dude?
And it would be half movement to run through friendlies, and there's plenty of space, so assuming that the 2 of them, i.e. Bjorn and Pretty Boy, are not going to want to stop a rampaging elephant, which is a no, he can get in there. Yes.
Cool. And meanwhile, I'm going to do a similar thing this way.
Yep. Easy enough.
Cool. So starting with this guy over here, I'm going to bop him. 14.
Yep, that'll hit.
And then I'm going to extra attack him. 16.
Yep.
I'm going to quicksilver him, but I am using my last point of lucky.
Okay.
17.
17 will hit. Oh,
And-
wait, no. 17 does not hit him.
Ooh.
Boo.
Boy.
And then unleash incarnation on the one in the other building.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well then. What is the total damage there? 30?
33
Oh, yeah, 33 because rage.
to this one.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Am I missing one attack?
No, I think you got it.
I think that was it. All right. Yep.
Yeah.
And my swirlies are around this one.
Cool. And then Silver. Well, did you drop Locke to keep him next to Silver?
Sure.
Okay. So as Cat goes running, splitting off in two different directions because there's two of him, the one that is currently holding Locke will drop him next to Silver so that he's still there.
Okay.
And then the two of you, because you are like, you see your friends going off to dealing with the other guys, and on this turn, Silver and Locke are going to notice these two come charging out here. And then Robiny from because Lilac's back is like, "Are you okay?" Towards Locke. Silver, your turn.
I was gonna say, are you talking to Locke or me?
More to Locke. It's your turn.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm. And that's
She's gonna angrily turn around and stomp her way up over here, pushing, she's like shoving Bjorn out of the way, like, let me at him.
Oh, good God.
You shot me
Helm's
twice.
justice
fucker.
is merciful, but I am not.
You shot me twice in the back.
he did.
Time
yes.
to pay.
He did.
How flexible are your thighs? Think they'll make good pretzels?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Swing away, Silver. Swing away.
I love the weird ass threats I've just started coming up with.
I think the greatest thing is the visual in my head of you got to get the soles of their feet up flat onto their shoulders for it to work, I think.
Can only do that effectively if you're a contortionist. Also, ironically, the only person that's not really much of a threat towards.
I have any advantage on these attacks against them.
I mean, technically, you would be sort of half flanking with Cad's clone, though you would have to be like technically up here to do that. But
I mean, either way, I can move into position to be flanking. Like, I can move, like, push past him and stomp over him and be like, listen here.
yeah, yeah.
You just punch through a fucking window.
For
You're like
what
the
is-
dad from
You know
Resident
what?
Evil,
Sh-
just punching through a wall. Just welcome to
sure,
hell,
she'll punch
son.
out a window. She'll just jump through a window and be like, hi. Let's see how you like. Let's see how your back likes it.
I have a thing. I have a thing. But
You have a
Silver.
thing. Here's Johnny.
Yep. Anyway, Silver, go.
Here, I'm gonna tan your hide.
Yeah, it'll hit. And he is down.
Oh, he's down?
Yep.
Okay.
Goodbye.
So it sounds like I got 3 other attacks to do.
Yeah. But you're all the way over there. And your other enemy's all the way over there.
Actually, let's see. I have 60 feet of movement.
Yeah, because haste.
I mean,
No wonder she punched through a window. Haste. Got her
let's
all...
see. I was right here. Oh, nope. I can't get over there. She just she just hops through and just goes smacks and he crumples. Like, hi, how is everyone today?
You hear crying from the very small set of rooms, and there's like boxes and crates and things next to you. It seems like you're in like a almost looks like what could be a farmer's house or not farmer's house, like a
Barn.
It's a barn, yes, but it's a barn that also serves as as like a general store. And it's in shambles right now.
Oh, the Broad Barn.
The counter's been like turned upside down and all this other mess, and you hear crying coming out from behind you. But yeah, Silver, your turn is continuing. If you want to stay there, you want to leave.
Sure, she's gonna like go and look at the crying.
Yeah.
Since she has the movement.
She does. You're going to see two the Eldarin, the High Elf, the same kind of people that you saw in the other town. Technically the same race as Pretty Boy, though not as bright. And you're also going to see a satyr, teenager, that's back there. And they're like cowering in the corner because the town is being like raided and attacked and all this other craziness. But yeah,
Silver Sluice, you're safe now.
Skunk, your turn.
All right. Well, I guess a skunk will just let's see here. He will park himself here. Do I have a good angle to shoot at that UNT there, or what?
I mean,
Lay on your belly, shoot between the legs.
you would either have to shoot between Yong's legs or jump and shoot over Yong's head.
I will hop on top of the well.
That works too.
All right, I will now shoot at that UNT. Because it is fighting my friends, I will get advantage.
Alright, let's see
What the heck?
I clicked on something that I shouldn't have done something.
So that is going to be 39 damage. Doink.
Alright. Ow. And then it's Yong's turn. Yong is gonna bop him.
He's not dead?
Not quite. He has more HP than his buddies because he's a fighter. And a lot of the people that swung and I missed because it was mostly me. So Rar, that'll hit. He is
Armor
sitting.
class 19. That is pretty fucking high.
He is currently sitting on. Yeah. Okay. So boop, swing again. Rar. Ooh, yay. Boop. 9. Okay. So, yeah. So Yong. Skunk hops up on the whale, shoots him, hits him in the side, and then Yong's like turns back and then she does like the double punch from like her gauntlets and her claws and just gets the guy on the sides of the neck from both sides and he's down. Yeah. Now combat is over.
Oh, perfectly timed with my music. My music track just ended.
Cool. So the pretty boy, as it were, he sort of puts his glowy mace Morning Star that he's got on his as his weapon of choice back onto his back and is like, thank you for the help. Came at the right time. He says to the clone of Cad, Bjorn, and Silver. He's right there.
I was like, yeah, what exactly was going on?
Alright, well, I don't suppose you've heard of the Wazaboros clan of Yuan-Ti that's got a bitch for a, shall we say, proprietor, giving them a lot of extra gumption.
We might have heard of them.
Yeah. They were trying to take this town, and they succeeded initially. And then I was helping, I was getting my town back, so.
A noble goal. And successful, too.
With a little bit of
This
help.
warrants a drink.
He just...
Bjorn's going to get his decanter.
What would... I don't know what it would be, because I don't know the, lore of it appropriately enough. But, you know how you have, a sailor or a pirate or something that does as, a derogatory thing for a person who doesn't go on the water as, landlubber kind of thing?
Yes.
Pretty Boy's going to do the equivalent of that, but for somebody on the material plane instead of somebody on the land and not water. Somebody that's, I don't know what it would be.
Huh.
But it'd be...
Wait, is he being racist?
Not necessarily racist, more like planist, kind of.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
We just saved this town. A little more respect.
But guys, I think we can take this place.
You haven't seen the half of what we can do.
I apologize. Force of habit, and I've been dealing with a lot right now.
Clearly.
He will sort of... Bjorn's got the decanter, and he will... The pretty boy will offer his hand to Bjorn to shake, assuming that Bjorn wants to do that.
I'll shake hands, yeah. We fought together.
Call me Radiarc.
What?
The name...
Raya?
Ryer.
Ryer.
Rayerworn.
Rayerworn. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like as if someone really wore out the name Briarwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I see it.
All right. So yeah, you guys are going to have a chance to rest, relax. The town is saved. Hooray.
Woo!
Anything that you would have want from this town is just going to be free because one, they have their own currency that's different from material plane currency, and two, you save their town, so it's on the house.
Woo!
Yeah, you were successful in saving the town. Hooray!
Yay! And also, I didn't get yoinked away.
You didn't, no. You went to you smartly went to your friends, and then he dumbly tried to grab you while you were in the middle of your friends.
And there's what's the term for what happened after that? When multiple people stand in a circle around someone and are all beating the living shit out of them.
He got mulched.
Curb stomping?
What is that?
Curb stomping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mobbed. You got mobbed.
Yeah.
Mobbed.
Mobbed, yeah. Yeah, curb stomping is its own decidedly thing.
Then you got snake sashimi over there.
God damn.
That.
Yep, we pretty much did that to him.
But yeah, so I'm going to put the end of the session here because combat's over with, and you guys can try to figure out what you're going to do from here next time.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Bjorn is going to take advantage of the town's hospitality and stuff his face.
Of course he is.
Yeah, that tracks.
I mean,
Yep, and
Bjorn,
making our way to.
Bjorn, you have had many a times. Actually, Skunk would get a benefit out of this too. Weirdly enough, you have had many a times, like pork and steak and big foods and things of that nature, but you've never had fey pork.
Oh no, fey food.
Pork.
Yeah, it's great.
They got ribs. Tell me they got ribs.
Oh, of course they do.
Hell yeah. Bjorn's getting himself a rack of ribs.
Hey,
Skunk
Bjorn,
will join him.
Hey, Bjorn, make a Constitution save.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Fuck yeah. This is going to be awesome.
Is it going to be a trippy fish?
No.
It's fucking fey food.
9.
9?
Do you think Silver's
I'm
close
even
by?
good at that.
Actually, no. Silver doesn't have to be nearby. Ryer Warren's serving you the food, and he gives you the same kind of bonus. So, doesn't matter. But yeah. So we'll come into that next time. It was great fun. I'm glad the combat went well. It was a little bit ramshackle on my part on some level, but good. You saved Locke. Hooray!
Yay!
He's currently still a cat.
Still look like a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't figure out why.
Oh, I know why.
Okay.
Somebody cursed
There
him.
just
It's
hasn't
fine.
been a chance for anyone to ask him yet.
Somebody cursed
Won't
him.
be next time.
Somebody cursed him, turned him into a cat. It's fine.
It shall be dealt with.
So
I mean, I will say, like, Silver did detect magic at one point, right?
she did.
Yes.
Well, then you'll just notice
That's an
there's an
illusion.
illusion aura around me.
Okay.
There's an illusion aura around Locke, yeah.
Anywho, this has been Shadows. Will be, let's say, me, and join us next time can be David. This has been Shadows of Gradiriel.
Join us next time as we celebrate our victory and get caught up with our friend Locke. After which, we will presumably see about getting revenge for this whole debacle in the first place.
You also might get to learn a little bit more about a pink dinosaur.